All right, we have everybody. Aaron's going to be joining in a little bit. Would anyone like to recap? A lot happened last week.
Recap, one word, Ollie. Ollie and Presidium.
So we started in the temple area with the dragon and Wraith just appearing. We fought Wraith and subdued her. Ollie was essentially cooed by Trent with his command stick and essentially turned to not necessarily an ally, but who's released from his bond and tried to escape. Urzak did not like that because he felt he was a bastardization of a dragon or something like that.
Just racism.
And jumped on his
Prejudiced
back.
against the undead.
Yep. Jumped on his back, flew him. All the rest of us, well, almost all the rest of us flew with them, trying to see what was going on. Ali, he didn't die, did he? I can't remember the end of the.
No, he fucking died.
He did die. He did die, but because he was a created Draco Lich and not a Draco Lich that lived out the fantasy of putting his soul in a phylactery, Urzak stole his soul and captured it in his sword.
Oh, that's right.
So Ollie's soul is with us till the end.
Okay. And then we went back to the. I don't remember if there was a name for the building, but we went back to the spiritual center, community center place.
I've just been calling it the City Center Cathedral, so that can just be the name of it.
City Center Cathedral. We questioned Wraith, who that was their name, and we just guessed correctly. And she basically said that she was also from a different dimension, not even the same one as Dez and Solia and Luna. And they're all trying to get back, essentially. And the way that... Who told that? Did she say... I don't think she said... Oh, there is people that were hunting them that are called...
Chasers.
Chasers, that's right. So we questioned a little more. She didn't seem to have too much info on the Chasers themselves, but we know that people are after them, and we know that essentially the people who are coming through the gates are also trying to get back using the tools we have, essentially. I think that's where we left off.
That's pretty much it. The only thing at the very end, which I don't blame anybody for forgetting this, at the very end of the session, Pasparan asks for all of the shards that people have. And the people that are holding shards they feel like pulled closer to each other. So I believe it's Crowbar and Teth. Is that what we decided?
Yeah, was it specifically shards or? Well, I guess
like the rough diamond shards that we had.
Yep.
Because I handed mine over, and somebody else did. Eric, maybe.
Vern. Yeah. I had mine. Vern. I handed over pretty generously.
Yeah, she had two, and then the other two were getting pulled towards her, but I was specifically not giving her everything.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, like at the last thing that she said was she thought that these were pieces of an orb of the Presidium, which is the first group of gods that created the world.
But it wasn't like these weren't all the pieces that would fit to make a single orb. It was just shards of it.
She doesn't know because she hasn't seen the shards that Teth and Crowbar have.
Gotcha.
What would the party know about this orb?
The party would know nothing. This would be the first time any of you have heard this term. You would even be able to glean really easily that she is even surprised that she's saying this. It's something that she studied kind of offhand, almost like myth more than fact. So she seems a bit shocked that she's holding pieces of what she thinks might be this item. All right. Prologue time. This week's prologue is brought to you by Snapfish. If you want to capture life's memories in the most beautiful and concise form, use Snapfish. All right. This prologue is set in a dimly lit room. Visick is sitting in a chair. From his perspective, looking out into the room, you can see 20 beds now arranged in 2 rows of 10, waiting to be dressed. He periodically checks a small band around his wrist and reads from a small book that rests on the table next to him. After quite a while, the last sliver of light darts away from the floor at the far end of the room, marking the first moments of nightfall. In an adjacent room, a door opens and Dez emerges dressed in castor blue and white. He holds up his hands. He says, "How do I look?" Visick stands up and approaches him. "Like the newest member of our team." Dez looks confused at this. He says, "My apologies. I was under the impression that I'd be working alone. I'm a little embarrassed about it, but I tend to get others hurt if I work in groups. Most recently, these 2 poor dwarven men." Expression changes from confusion to a twinge of sadness at that. But Visick puts his hand on Dez's shoulder, reassuringly, and leads him out the door. As they're walking side by side down the corridor, Visick turns to Dez and he says, "Don't fret. I do not have any reason to fear the death of the 2 you'll be partnering with." They continue into a common area and approach a table. 4 chairs seated around it, one of them already occupied. "It's time to meet your first team member, one of my good friends. Dez, this is Gael." Visick motions over to a stern-looking drow sitting at the table, who nods and waves casually. As Dez and Visick take their seats, a 4th creature emerges from a different hallway. "Ah, here's the final member of your team. He is used to working alone as well, so you 2 might have some common ground." Dez turns to see a very large figure sitting next to him. "Dez, you'll also be fighting alongside Azura's hero himself. Please meet Flynn." And we are transported now back to regular time. Inside of the city center cathedral. Last thing that happened is Pasparan makes kind of posits the notion that these could be pieces of this mystical orb that none of you know anything about, but you do know that it has something to do with the original pantheon of gods of Azura. And Teth and Crowbar are being pulled towards Pasparan very lightly. It's not a heavy pull, but definitely recognizable for the 2 of you.
Is she,
Pasparan's Loxodon. Am I correct?
She sure is.
Okay.
is she doing anything to initiate this pull, or it just starts pulling together?
No, you wouldn't. At least not that you would be able to tell. Your perception is pretty high, so yeah, I don't think there's anything that would give you the intention she is purposefully doing it.
Okay. Weird. I don't know if Teth and Crowbar have any thing to say about what's going on.
That's quiet.
Maybe separate maybe separate them. No?
Pazbran will keep insisting that they need to be brought together.
Why? Paspran, why?
She'll say, "You were all looking for a way home. I can't think of anything that would be more powerful than this type of orb. Until now, I didn't think that it even existed."
You still have to know how to use it.
That's true.
Correct me if I'm wrong, DM. Paspran, I believe, because we kind of got like some quick descriptions, and some of the other players might have more exposure to some of them. The other, I guess, people prioritize or captains. I can't remember what they were considered. But Paspran was pretty like a pretty good one, right? Or am I misremembering?
She is a very high-ranking general. Yes.
Okay.
So Pezpran, how come we've never heard of this orb with all its power? You know.
Well, the legend goes that when the gods came to Azura, they stayed on the material plane for quite a while. They took material forms and helped people hands-on. When that got to be too much, people were just hounding them, asking them for godly favors. Became far too overwhelming. They left the material plane, and when they made that jump, they left some of their power within 6 orbs here on the material plane. But that was, centuries ago, and nobody's been able to find them thus far.
And would Eric know about any, very major events that would kind of suggest that the universe was crumbling the way it is
Make
presently?
a history check.
History. Nice. Nat 20.
It's a good
And then
first roll of the day.
+2.
So, there are several notable times in history. So what exactly are you asking? Because
So the
I
reason why I'm asking for something, so I want to kind of realize, so this thing I've never heard of, this artifact. I mean, this
Mhm.
universe has been existing without even it being assembled. So like we've been fine without it, essentially. So that's what I'm thinking, unless it hasn't been fine. So I'm wondering if, uh,
So
like,
what
why?
exactly is what are you trying to find out? Because I think I understand where you're going, but
Mhm.
based on the minutia of your question, is what information I will give you. Because there are definitely a bunch of times that would apply to some of the ways that I think you're going. But
So
what events are you exactly asking about?
so Pespran is kind of saying we're desperate to use this orb, and I'm asking, really? The universe seems fine. Why are we so desperate to use this? Unless history suggests otherwise.
Oh, okay. So maybe you didn't need a history check then. So Pastbrand would answer you. There are people coming to our world from different dimensions. I feel like that's pretty dire.
Okay, so that suggests that that doesn't happen very often. Okay,
No.
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
And
with a 20 history check, you would not have any knowledge of this ever happening in the past.
okay,
So there's theoretically 6 pieces of this Presidium orb, or is there 6 orbs?
6
Or
orbs.
and these
and
are just
and
fragments.
She thinks that these are pieces of one of them.
and Pespran, are you, an expert in this? Is there anyone else that would know how this thing works?
Where's
How
your
do you know about it?
citations?
How do you know about it?
If you ask, there are only very old writings about these. If you ask any expert, which she would consider herself one of the top experts of Azurian lore. She has had a hand in building a lot of the infrastructure of the continent over the past 50 to 80 years. So she has been written about a lot herself. But in her studies, she's only it's like old tribal tales passed down from way before anybody living in this room was even thought of.
Okay.
It's like towards the beginning of the continent, centuries and centuries ago.
So if I'm getting this straight, are you saying that we'll be able to use the orb to ourselves take a being back to its plane jumping?
She would kind of chuckle at that and give you a little bit of a half shrug
Yeah.
and say, not to repeat myself, but really until a few moments ago, I thought that these were fake. I thought that they were just pieces of legend that didn't exist in the real world. But these properties in these stones match what I believe to be is one of the Presidium orbs. More specifically, the orb of power.
So, if you think that these aren't real, then let's talk about something that you know is real. Let's talk about the gems that were made for the late king's father. Because we know those are real. We were around for that. So we know about those.
The gems for the king's father. There were 2 gems that I know of that were crafted for him. And when they were crafted, I was very young, a small child. So they were crafted a long time ago, and they were made for him specially and delivered from the far northwest, from a mage or some type of artificer who his name was never revealed. It was a contracted job, for lack of a better term, that the king's father did a lot of research for and traveled the continent within the last 20 years of his life or so. He made that his priority over ruling anything. So really his generals did a lot of the day-to-day rule and maintenance of the kingdom. He would personally go out and search for people to create a power source for him. And when he finally got this, it was like a light switch turned off. He stopped journeying immediately. He was never seen without his scepter again. And people spoke of him wielding wondrous power without any explanation or really any apparent training involved. And when he died, he passed the scepter on to his son, who was the current king until his recent demise.
So surely you spent time with both kings around
Of
the
course.
scepter.
Yes.
Is this the same phenomena?
It's very strange because when I would be around the king, he obviously was very protective over his scepter. If this is what was in the core of the scepter, I completely understand why. But I never was able to personally work on his scepter. If it was ever damaged in any way, in battle or after a large casting of something, he insisted that he was the only one that could handle it. He never let anybody else touch the scepter or really get much closer to it. He also insisted that he did not have a security detail. That should be very important. He had a bunch of generals around him at all times, and he insisted that they they used their time and their resources for other things, then he did not need protection. One could assume that it's because he had the scepter and he just believed that that would be enough protection for whatever he would come across. So I guess to answer your question in a roundabout way, I don't know if this had the same feeling because I never, as trusted as I was by both kings, they never let me get close to the scepter.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Do I know if Zethlo specifically specializes in power sources, or if he was just able to create power sources or power cells?
You would make a history check.
Oh wow, I have a +4. Do I have the right character sheet up? Yeah, I'm trained. Holy shit. 18.
With an 18, you would historically be pretty acutely aware of the things that Zethlo specializes in. He's a relatively open book about what he's working on, and he would openly share a lot of those things with you, whether they were supposed to be confidential or not. He has never in his life mentioned anything about an orb being a power source. A lot of things that he would work on are more cellular. So like your batteries, your power cells. He would work on like energy cores for things, for different constructs that he makes. So he would produce energy more than he would harness energy from something else.
Gotcha.
I mean, we're either going to let these things touch or we need to separate them.
She will try and go appeal to. She will go try to appeal to Vern. She's gonna walk over to Vern.
Baby boy.
And she'll say, she'll kind of motion to his arm. She'll say, "You're a tinkerer, correct?"
Oh, you noticed, and I show off my very fancy mechanical arm. And I let it do a little like weak grapple hook to like high five my other hand, like come back.
She'll say, "What's the biggest thing you've built?"
Ooh, that has worked.
That has worked. Yes,
Let's
please.
see. Well, generally I like to build things that are really practical and useful for people. So usually smaller items. Probably. Well, I guess in my spare time, I did build just for fun a sizable mechanical dragon that was about the size of a wolfhound that fly around the room a little bit. A lot of open space in the castle that I'm from.
And it moved on its own.
It did.
How did you power it?
Well, part of my ancestry gives me access to a lot of electrical magic, and so I just have ways of sort of harnessing that into various coils, and that allows it pretty sustained means of propelling itself and functioning at least for a while.
So how many coils did you use for this dragon when you made it?
Dragon, 72 coils.
Could you imagine 72 coils creating enough energy to open a gate and sending these people back to their home?
That would I think would need a lot more than 72.
Exactly. So if I told you that one of these shards that I'm holding in my hand, just one of them, not both, not all four that are in this room, could be 6-7 million coils.
I look at the crew and I give them like a nod. Like that's a tremendous amount of power.
Do you know of anything, Tinkerer, else that you have seen? Whether you know it works or not, that could harness that much power.
Anything else I've seen? Um, something that I've seen.
Whether you've seen it or not.
Whether
Something
I've
that
seen
you're
it-
aware of. Yeah.
Airships? No, we don't have airships, do we? I don't know what. I'm trying to think. Well, I do have a project in mind that's fairly sizable, and I've been trying to think about how I'm going to move it across countryside. That's still just in the blueprint stages and sort of have started piecing it together, but far from the finished product.
And that's your dream, right?
Yes, it is.
I have to say, Vern, is it? I
It
believe
is.
we
Yeah,
live in the same town. I'm from Sharvassus as well, and I hope one day, Vern, that your dream comes true. I hope one day you find the power source to make that cross-country travel a reality. But until that happens, I would hope.
Guys, what if we combine these crystals and get a power source to make my dream a reality?
I think that'd be great, Vern.
It's
Yeah.
not exactly what I was going for.
Oh,
But,
oh, never mind. Okay.
If you would like to put them together to someday maybe make your dream happen, I'm all for that. If we can reform this orb.
Pasperan, let me ask you a question.
Go right ahead.
It's not that we don't desire the same thing. We all wish to send our friends back and return things to as normal as they can be in Azura. But what happens to this orb after we somehow, God's willing, accomplish this goal? Which, I must remind you, none of us actually have any idea what the fuck we're doing here. Okay? Putting that out there. None of us have any fucking idea.
Neither do I.
We're playing guesswork, okay? So assuming things go right, assuming best case scenario, what do we do with this orb? Why do you think it was shattered in the first place?
My best guess is that it was shattered on purpose because somebody knew what they had and they used it to make the scepters. I don't think it was ever intended to be shattered. I don't think it was ever intended to be found.
Sure, someone like Vern would use this project for good. Perhaps even you. Perhaps even myself. But
Definitely Vern, and I chime in again and
Just again, the cross country travel.
yes, for everybody. It's going to be a very
A hot
fast,
ticket.
efficient train, allowing mobility to those who don't have mobility. I mean, it's my little way of giving back. Well, one of my many ways of giving back.
it's
An admirable project, I'm sure.
it's not a conversation we can skip over lightly. If one of these shards was able to break open this plane in the first time, then what kind of power does this bring about?
That I'm not sure of, but I think if we're going to send anybody back, this is our best bet. I'm more than happy to try other avenues first if you all agree that this is too dangerous.
I think it'd be a good idea to maybe find out a little more before we slap these things together.
I think that, half the fun of invention is trying things where we don't always know the outcomes. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel very safe in the presence of such heroes. So I think now's the best opportunity to put these pieces together.
Just throwing it out there as a power source. You said what, 6-7 million coils? What was that? The term you used?
Standard unit measurement of electricity in this world. Coils. It's COYLES. Coils.
For named for Dennis Coyle.
It's like horsepower.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That
7
doesn't sound
million
fancy
Vern
enough. It has to be
power.
like Sir Roderick Coyle or Sir Roderick Coylington the
That almost
third.
sounds like
Yes.
a unit of measurement, like 7.6 Verns.
Yeah, it actually works pretty well. But
The ancient brass dragon, Sir Robert Coylington.
My actual question, so 6 or 7 million coils worth of energy. Let's say that this was used in a destructive manner. What are we talking about as far as damage goes? Is there any way unit of measurement or something we can reference?
She would look at you and for the first time, she's been wrapped up with these shards and kind of carrying on this conversation. And obviously she knows that you're there, you're a giant, but for the first time she really takes a look at who you are. And she almost like calms down. She's kind of hyped up about this orb, and she'll relax for a second and she'll say, you were number 13, right?
That's gonna pause. Do I know? I'm assuming that that's pretty uncommon knowledge for somebody to
It
know.
would be relatively uncommon, if not outright rare. Also, Zone of Truth is still up, so you
Yeah.
can't lie to me.
I forgot about that.
Well, now me and Brackle can lie, but
That's true. That's true.
how would you know that?
Asbrand's old, man. She's almost 200 years old.
Yeah, that's what Tess asking. How would you know that?
Oh, she would say, obviously, the way that you were built, you've probably seen this sort of power firsthand, right?
Tess gonna look over at Des briefly and exchange a look.
He will already be looking at you when you look at him. He's already yeah.
Just because they had a brief moment previously. Yes.
And he'll give you a little like, I don't know, man.
Yes, I have experienced this. You're correct.
So you know the inherent risk, but you have witnessed the power before, so you know that it could work.
To be honest with you, the only thing I know is that it killed everything.
So we don't
Almost.
let it fall into the wrong hands again.
I agree with that.
Eric would kind of also be thinking about these risks. Past Brant, if it were to be formed, well, It was formed once, right? And now it's been shattered. How'd they shatter it?
Clearly, I don't know.
So is
Spell,
there a going
super
back?
sharp sword. I don't know.
All right, I want to know if there's a going back once we make this choice.
It was shattered once. I'm sure we could shatter it again. Just have to figure out how to do it.
Does everybody else see the metaphor here? All of us coming together as a team, and the shards coming together as a whole? Anyone else feeling it?
Oh, I see it. I just also see the dysfunction of both.
If it doesn't function properly, it destroys an entire city.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm a little bit. Maybe we get a little more, information. Have this have a backup plan to shut it down in case something goes real crazy. Maybe.
Well, the immediate area is already pretty clear, thanks to our little ghost encounter. So,
Yeah, we're still kind of in the center of the city, Vern. Though.
Teth, but I have to ask. Sorry if this isn't something you want to think back on, but for all present, can you recount the amount of destruction this actually causes, specifically?
Sanity check.
Not
Yeah.
yet, but we'll see what your answer is. There might be.
Teth would go into extreme detail based on the prologue, based on kind of the discussion that we talked about, and to kind of summarize it up, there was at least two factions, right, that were fighting, or potentially three. It was the casters, and then pretty much the people opposing the casters, right?
2 kingdoms and then the casters. Yes.
Yeah. So it was like a united front versus the casters, and it was supposed to be like a, let's say they had been fighting for however long. This was like, okay, you know what? Fuck this. We're gonna take everything everybody has and we're gonna shove it in the center and see what happens. Am I correct in assuming that it was like supposed to be a final?
It was an end all be all to the Battle of Sorrow.
Yeah. Well,
Which left really 2 survivors, the 2 Warforged, and one of them was mortally wounded.
Is this battle well known? I would assume.
It is very well known. You would all know it without a history check.
Let me ask you this. I'm assuming since the casters, wrote history afterwards. How is it? Is it documented that this something happened and everything was wiped out, or is it the casters came and won the battle and Visix a badass?
It would be widely known that the general public knowledge of the ending of that battle would be massive casualties. As everybody would know that there were not many people that walked away. If you read deeper, which you probably would have, Urzak, in researching Visic, you would know that a great amount of powerful arcane magic went into the ending of the war, or ending of that battle specifically. It went on for many days, and when it ended very, very fast.
so Teth would know of from the battle. He would have seen, or he would have known, obviously, himself walking away. He would have known his quarry, which is in theory is Visic, but I don't know if Teth has put that together, or if it's even somebody who was named differently back then. You know what I mean?
I would say you would not know
Yeah.
at the time. That's also a time where you were not thinking as you were not of sound mind. You were more outcome oriented, get the job done and go home type of thing, rather than placing names with faces.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, go over here and kill this.
Correct.
Yeah. So it would have been just the two Warforged then, including Teth.
As far as you know.
Yep.
Especially after you had to kill your partner.
Yeah. Yeah, Teth would as far as I know, two, including me, survived.
Right. So if we are going to once again fool around with something that none of us have any earthly idea how it works, perhaps we get the hell out of here and not risk innocent lives. Better yet, I agree with Brackle. There's got to be more experts on this that we can seek out.
Okay. I agree. I don't want to hurt anybody unnecessarily, so
I think at
can
the
wait.
very least we need more information, like Breckle was saying. We don't want to just jump into something and blow up half the continent.
Not yet.
We do not want to do that. Correct.
This is a bad thing.
I mean, what's the name of the wasteland that was left behind?
The wilds.
It caused the wilds, right?
It caused the beginning of the wilds. It was smaller back then, but it has since spread.
Crowbar's like, yeah, the wilds are great. Isn't he from the wilds?
He is not.
Oh.
He's from up north. The wilds are in the
Oh, further
center.
north, okay.
Nobody really is from the wilds because
Oh.
there's not much there. Just
I was thinking it was like a wasteland
descent.
that the Crowbar grew
Yeah.
up in. Who's like, what are you talking about, man? That's great. You got trees.
I
you
love
got
it.
Forges.
Beautiful summers.
Yeah.
So let's split the pieces back up. Pass Bran, if you don't mind.
She will hesitate for a second, but she will sort of nod okay and give one piece back to Vern and give the other piece back to Freckle.
Mhm.
Did you have it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there value in having Pasbrand hold on to a piece? Just from a
Diplomatic.
not even diplomatic, just they seem to know what they're doing. They also can't lie in the circle, so we can just say, hey, are you going to do bad things with this crystal if we give it to you?
And she would say no.
Yeah.
It'd be a very quick no. Yeah.
It could also be a thing. Well, if we're traveling as a group, we would have all of them together, and if need be to use this quickly somehow, we'd be able to. If we leave one with Paspran, we do not have that option anymore.
Yeah, I don't think this is something that would happen quickly, but I do get what you're saying.
I think we should hold on to them.
And Paspran seems fine with that.
Okay.
Personally, I kind of disagree because I'm like, Pasbrand is like smart elephant boy, lady, I don't know, gender. But I'm like, at the same time, it'd be like, do we not? Like, Teth doesn't know who the fuck any of these people are.
What is she gonna do with one piece of it?
Well, still, you can do. I was thinking like you can still somebody who is at least familiar with it or is familiar with poking and prodding, which I guess you could say, maybe Vern's the same way, right?
Yeah.
Vern would be very similar because Vern, when you held it before, you could feel how easily you would be able to channel your magic through it as a focus.
Mhm.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, then if we have Vern, then that would make sense to hold on to all of them. Vern's gonna have like 5 giant diamonds. just surrounding him.
All of which, none of them that I can use for my chromatic orb spell safely. It's the irony of it, really.
So Pasparan will she will say, well, if we are deciding on looking into more information on these, I can certainly point you in the direction to a few libraries or informational sources here in the city, and you can try and find some other information out there. You're welcome to stay at my house that the casters have provided for me here, assuming that your quarters in the capital or in the compound have been compromised. I hear there was some rioting.
That there was. Passpran, do you happen to know anything about some group called the Chasers?
I've heard them called a couple different things. I know that a lot of things have happened since you all came over, and she would motion to the 4 now that you have among your allies that were not originally from the continent. But whatever they're called, I don't know where they originate from. I certainly don't think that they're casters. And if they are, they're very good at covering their tracks. I operate all of the caster travel, so nothing official has happened. That said, I don't know of any other entities that would have resources to cover an entire continent. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was caster involved. Nor should you, Brackle.
Some sort of Black Ops something.
That's my guess, yes. Not my area of expertise. I like to sit behind the work desk and not go out and trouble anybody.
I'm just trying to piece whatever I can together. Any weird, strange movements since I've had you? Any interesting transportation and movements? Horses going various certain places.
I've seen an increase of people talking about toll stops. A lot of people on the roads to and from the capital city are charging unofficial tolls to pass through upon threat of injury or robbery. I don't know if those are the same type of thing, or if they're just trying to seek out those that have come through the tear into Azura. It would make sense to me if that was happening, but I myself have not seen any of those. I took a less indirect route to the capital city, so I didn't travel on the roads.
So these stops are happening outside the capital, or are they happening just all over the continent, or just...
It's been a general smattering from what I've heard.
Is it possible that
targeting the poor, I imagine?
Really targeting anybody that wants to pass that doesn't look too hardy.
Well, if you don't want to target the wealthy, and I don't know.
We'll put a stop to them if we see any of these.
Well, I just want to know if it's happening around my hometown.
Pasparan would not know that information.
Wraith is still here, correct?
What'd you say?
Wraith is still here. As well
Wraith
as...
is still here, yeah.
Okay, just not on the map.
She's
okay.
just like taking it all in. Like, I can't believe this is all happening.
Manacled.
Can't believe I'm still alive. I thought I was dead for sure.
I'm picturing Des like just absorbing all this information too.
Yeah, all 4 of them are they've been in Azura long enough to kind of learn the lay of the land, and talking amongst each other, they have a pretty good grasp of what's happened. This is the first time that they are really being thrown into what the casters do, and then on top of all that, a new mythical object possibly that is new to all of you. They're like, fuck me, I guess. Like this is way more than I thought this was going to be.
Well, I guess from here, our options to gain new information would be, I don't have the map up, but that place south, centered south in that forest. We already talked to Pazparan.
Can Eric ask Flynn how he's accepting this new information? Like, what are your
Yes.
thoughts, Flynn?
What? Ask a more specific question. What are you trying to find out from Flynn?
Flynn, are you with us in trying to get these guys back home?
Yes, of course. Why would I not be?
Well, Flynn, you are newer to us.
I feel like I've been around just as long as everybody else.
Yeah, but I
So-
feel like in and out of the rooms as things are happening with us.
He was with
Here
he was-
and reappear.
I'm an NPC, Eric. I don't follow the player. No. He will.
So Flynn, was he laughing?
Eric. He's been in the infirmary.
Yeah, he'll say.
Well, I've been in the compound as well
I-
during our hiatus.
I feel partially responsible for the deaths of all of those soldiers in that clearing, and I've done my best to try and atone that by helping the sick.
Yeah, I do. No, I do sympathize with you, having been. You were possessed. I understand what you're probably struggling.
Thank you, Eric.
It's not your
Not
fault.
many people bring that up.
Flynn,
I
it's
appreciate
not
your
fault.
candor.
He was possessed.
You can understand
Speaking
that
of,
I am looking for allies. So, just do you want to?
speaking
Do
of,
you want to be my friend?
No, our party is
love that.
small and we're up against such a large, resistance. We're being, all the rioting. We're up against all these casters, so the odds are against us. We need you.
Yeah, of course, you have my support. I go where you go.
I would just like to ask,
And he
No,
would
we're
cast
in a-
guidance on Flynn.
Okay.
That's all.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Don.
now that we're in a zone of truth, I'd like to ask, were you possessed, or were you acting on your own volition?
First thing I remember that night was opening my eyes, seeing all of those bodies on the ground. Somebody was calling about Morrowill, and the first thing that I could think of to do was pick her up and start walking back towards a place I knew I could help her mend.
It's going to turn to Brackle and say, sounds an awful lot like he's avoiding the answer in that question, isn't he?
He didn't directly say yes or no, but I've been in contact with him and seen him basically every day since we've split up from that time, and he's been in the infirmary trying to help any way he can. He's not not an official capacity with the casters or anything, but
Playing devil's advocate, because I've been in the same spot. You can still consciously make a mistake and then feel bad about it afterwards and try to repent for it. I don't know if this is that circumstance, but it happens.
Flynn would say in response to that, I believe that both conscious and unconscious mistakes are possible, and both can be repented for.
Agreed.
Well, we did say he has our best interest at heart, so
That is true.
My
I would like to
question-
get these people home, even though they seem absolutely random.
And a little bit moody. Looks at Taz.
He'll like
Yep.
puff out his feathers a little bit.
little bit of an edgelord, if you ask me.
In Herzog's voice, that's hilarious.
I haven't heard of this Lord of Edge. Is that a something?
Where is
He
this
was gonna be
edge?
the new
Oh.
king.
Is it to the north?
Pango Range.
Where are these edge lens that you talk about?
They're mountains, so he
like
can just
next-
fly around them.
Wait. That's Crowbar. It's like next to Glave's Edge,
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's where Crowbar's
canonically.
from.
So I'm the edgelord.
You are.
He likes things
No. What
in the dry rock range.
where's the little boy? Crowbar's ward.
Elias. He's
Yeah,
back in the caster compound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is Ziflo.
Him and Zithlo.
I can't help but feel like if we were able to find these chasers, that we might be able to get some answers out of them. And I wonder,
That is interesting. That's a good
I
point.
wonder if Wraith points over towards her is obviously very capable. I don't know exactly if that's something you can do all the time or not, but they're clearly after her, and I believe they're probably also after the other three, but we've seen their own eyes, or at least heard the tale that they're after them.
There's a small chance they're altruistic in trying to purge these foreign beings from our realm. However, I haven't met an altruistic person before in my life. It seems a fantasy.
Well, may I introduce myself?
He'll shake Vern's hand.
Oh,
I'm
thank
the
you.
It's
edgelord.
nice to meet the first.
Ollie Senior.
But
So are we thinking
where-
about after all that well, after I discussed being so altruistic, are we talking about using Wraith as bait? Try to draw out some chasers.
I mean, not quite in that sense. It's not like, oh, we're gonna put her on a stick and throw her out there and just be like, woo, wait for him to get her. I mean, she travels with us.
Okay, and before long, for sure to get some attention.
I mean, I don't see why the other three misfits don't travel with us as well.
True.
we need to get them back to World B somehow.
The question is, how many NPCs does Marco Barless want to actually deal with?
You see all those blank spaces in the full roster? I'm ready. Pile them all on.
Listen, Luna and Solia have said like 2 sentences the entire campaign, so they're just there.
Right. I know which characters I'm putting stock into.
Right, so we're
Listen,
gonna
So Pasbran will say, "Shall we meet at my house?"
sounds
Sure.
great. Are we gonna sleep soon as well? It's like late at night, isn't it?
It is like late evening, early nighttime. So like
Oh, okay, so not that
Oh,
late
like-
yet.
9 o'clock ish, 9:30.
Okay.
It's safer to go in a group. I say we all head to Pasperans.
All right. So she is closest to the door anyway, so she'll start walking towards the door.
Oh, Wraith, sorry about your friend. You guys attacked us, so
Can I do a quick a wraith boop?
Yeah.
I'll do
A what? You're gonna do a what?
a boop.
Just
You
like
weren't-
giving
you were-
her.
You weren't around for Ragna. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, a heal, a good touch.
Oh, okay.
Good touch. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds from the Prayer Beads at 2nd level.
Okay.
Just a quick. Tep will just say, this should help a little bit. Hopefully, I don't run into anything, but here you go.
And she'll say, "Thank you. It feels better."
You're welcome.
Urzox can take the manacles back as well. Give her her
Alright.
back.
That's fair.
I roll like shit, so she gets 10.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. As you're walking out, everything seems calm. Still, just as it was when you were entering, the hall here is so huge, and there are not many things inside of it, so it's very quiet. But your footsteps, you can now hear them. You're not engaged in battle with a giant dragon. So you're paying more attention to what things feel like, what things sound like. So you can hear your footsteps echoing throughout. And for Teth, Crowbar, Brackle, and Vern, as you pass somewhere about here,
you zoom out.
you
Where?
like
Sorry.
right here,
Okay.
right here, towards the door. As you're passing this section, you feel ever so slightly a pull downwards.
Hmm.
I feel like the
Do
same
you guys feel
pull
that
as
too?
the
Mhm.
same pull as the Presidium.
Same pull as before. The originating from the shard that you have on your person.
We have to go down. I would look at the other people with the crystals. Did you happen to feel a pull?
Yes,
Which way?
down.
Okay, same.
I'm feeling it too.
Is there a basement in this place? Or would we have
I don't
seen
know.
stairs going downwards?
Make a religion check.
Religion. Oh, god damn. 22.
You would have slight knowledge of this building already. You would know that when it was built, there were. It's an older building, so there would probably be some type of shelter or some type of crypt back when it was used as a proper cathedral for burying people of worship or high clergy members, things like that. So you could assume that there is some type of sub basement or a level below this one.
Catacombs.
So I know it's late, and we're all pretty tired.
But
Short rest catacombs.
Should we inspect? Maybe there's something down there. There might be more of these pieces, potentially.
it'll cost me a little bit of sorcery points, but if you want, I can see a lot of true things. These eyes of mine. If we have trouble finding the entrance to a hidden chamber.
Hey, gang, how do we feel?
I think we should all probably take an hour rest.
That's
Correct?
fine. I can tell you a little bit about the history of the casters in the city.
That sounds terrible.
It's I have something. I can't remember if we take a short rest. Hold on, featured.
The Song of Rest.
Is it a
Song of
feat
Rest,
or
yeah.
a Song of Rest?
Song of Rest, yeah. So everybody will get to add an extra D8 to hit points if they are rolling.
Nice.
I'm sorry, are we
Per
resting
hit die?
right here, right now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say we
seems
rest
good.
here.
And then we're
Oh,
going into the catacombs?
Rest here,
Let's
or
rest by the altar or something.
as I say, short rest, or we're talking rest? I was talking
Oh.
short rest, just for hit points, but
Yeah, I figured it was just short rest.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how tapped people are. Is my question.
My HP's fine.
I'm okay, but like I'm thinking more per other people who got hurt that I don't keep tabs on hit points for.
I could use a short rest, but
Yeah.
I think a
Yeah, you
short
fought
rest
a
would be
you
fine
fought
for
a you
me.
fought a dragon
Let's
for 6 rounds.
Yeah, let's short rest.
Yeah, and then
Let's
Wraith
short
can
rest
heal
by
up.
the altar.
All right. So coming back up by the altar.
I'd like to use one die plus a D8.
Dez will sit down by Wraith, make sure that she's okay. Hasperan will kind of set up shop
Oh god,
over here.
terrible. 3 plus 1, 4.
Oh, I see.
Rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh,
Do you roll into heal, or do you call the amount, Marlos, for your hit dice before you do it all at once?
well, you can just. I don't care. Either way.
Did anything happen to me on my short rest? I clicked the short. So I don't use D&D Beyond. With the other group, so I clicked short rest and I clicked OK. I didn't get any hit points back. Is that a normal thing?
Correct. You
Get nothing
roll.
back.
You roll your hit points, and then you add out whatever, or add back whatever you need to.
Oh,
You should be able to select hit die, but I don't know if that.
So go click on the short rest again.
yeah. So when I click on the short rest, it says I can automatically apply healing with dice result.
Yeah, so you can
Yep.
so you like click on the how many dice you want to do,
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
and then you can do that on the computer if you want.
I'm just gonna. Yeah. I have 12 total hit die that I can use.
Yep.
Level 12.
Level 12.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay. All right. Very
Yeah,
nice.
I think you have to. I think you have to click on the. Yeah, I fucked it up too. You have to click on the roll before you take the short rest.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It didn't do anything. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I gotta click on the roll. Wait.
Damn, those are good rolls.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't need your song of rest.
Fuck you. Put it in anyways.
Oh yeah, plus D8.
Okay, hang on.
Nice.
I could use a short rest. Use his fucking 8 hit dice.
I was at about half hit points.
Yeah. Sounds
You
about
get
right.
action surge and a second win back.
Yeah, that the fighter short rest is fucking.
Where do you click on roll 20 to do your hit dice? Is there just an option?
So if
It should open up when you are in the short rest. If you check those boxes, if you check any of those
Yeah,
boxes, a dice roll will, like a clickable box will populate just below that. You can click that and it'll roll, and then you apply.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if you skip it, you can't go back.
Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing.
You can just
So,
roll on your
yeah.
own
I'll
and then
just
add it.
I'll just do that.
Yeah, just rolling at it. That's fine for me.
Make sure to add your con mod
Mm-hmm.
and that sweet D8.
Yeet.
Just do. Okay. We'll just do one hit die. Does I get a D8 on top of it too? Is that what you're saying?
From the Song of Rest.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. All right, gotcha.
From Freckle.
4 + 2, and then a D8. Okay.
Plus your con stuff, I believe. I don't know if you have what your modifier is.
My what con?
Whatever your con modifier is, you add that on top of your for each hit die.
Oh.
So if you have a +2, it'd be 2 for each roll. Or well, sorry, you'd have 2 for the dice, and then the 1d8's extra.
Okay. I just did one roll. I'm good at
Oh, you
what I
just
did.
did one.
I'll just.
Vern Super has high constitution, right? Like he's a super strong boy.
No, plus
No.
2 con. So
Hey, that's nothing to sniff at.
for a sorcerer, I guess.
Yeet. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
The only other thing to post like so it's, I gain my channel divinity back after a short rest. So after a short rest, I get it back, and then I can do Harness Divine Power again one more time, which is a level 2 spell slot. If that makes sense, DM.
Urlach's gonna ask and watch over Eric as he fixes the scepter during the short rest.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were gonna do that.
Oh yeah.
If Eric obliges.
Yeah, I could do that. Plus, I have a trance thing, right? Because so I don't like sleep
Sure.
or whatever for this short rest or anything. Or
Right. Yeah, and we had already talked about you being able to do it over the course of a short rest, so I'm fine with that.
okay, awesome.
Cool. Yeah. Several mendings later, 6 mendings.
As he's mending, he's actually using a metaphor that Vern mentioned, and he's thinking about his family being mended back together because his brother's sort of long lost brother
It's wholesome.
and father's passed away. Mother's at home. So
Or Eric.
it's like,
Wait, his brother's lost?
no, it's just that his brother is an older brother.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to forge his own, path, and Eric has decided to stay at the family's, Pontag, ancestry, whereas the brother's gone off and hasn't told anyone, but he's carrying it, forging his own because he doesn't want to live in his dad's footsteps. The way he sees Eric as doing that.
Gotcha.
Plus, it's harder for him because he's junior. His
Eric
brother-
Jr.
No,
or
no,
the brother's Jr.
His brother's junior.
Gotcha.
My father's name is Halbered, and so the brother's Halbered the second.
Bread.
Fitting for a smith.
Oh yeah, I like it. That's good.
I
Yeah.
thought you said Hell Brad.
Hellbrad.
Like
what?
German.
Mein Führer.
No, like
Heil Brad.
you know
I borrowed
the word hell, and then your name Brad. Hell.
I
Brad.
borrowed it from some deep cut Tolkien thing.
Oh, okay.
How does the mending go well though? Does it Does it work?
Yeah, it looks like
Wins Eric's heart. too.
it's a pretty simply constructed scepter. It's very durable metal, but the construction is very basic. Um, it looks very nice. Obviously, it was created with lots of care, but it's not magical inherently. So it's a really easy mend for somebody who's used to doing it. So Eric gets it back into tip-top shape.
Do you, DM, do you require that I have like lodestones in my inventory for that spell? Which
No.
it mentions.
You have a casting focus, right?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, then you're fine. As long as it doesn't establish a monetary amount for casting,
Okay.
you're good.
So I want to check something before I decide that this is broken. Temporary hit points. Those reset on a short rest, or is it a long rest?
Long rest.
Long rest. Yeah.
Okay. So Michael Wireless, I'm going to pitch you something, and you can tell me if it's broken or not, because I think it is broken.
Okay.
So one of my armament features is I can use hit points instead of a charge from a power cell. One of those abilities is emit a force field and gain temporary hit points. So what is to stop me? Again, I don't think this is how it should work. From saying, oh, I'll just expend 8 hit points, take a short rest, gain them back, but then also have temporary hit points.
I think that if you are expending hit points to use as battery power, you are taking from your HP pool. You circumvent the temp hit points. So you can keep them, comes off of your actual HP.
Yes, but I'm saying, so I take it off my actual HP, so I dock myself 8 hit points, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gain the temporary hit points.
Right.
But then we take a short rest. And then I expend a hit die, and then I gain back my hit points.
Yeah.
Does that seem flawed, or am I?
I don't know if it's 100% bro. Like, I can see where if you were really going to take the time and force the party to short rest over and over and over again to make that work for 8 hit points, it could be broken if you do it so many
Okay.
times a day. But I think, spending
yeah.
6 hours a day short resting periodically just to get back 30 hit
Well-
points is not super broken.
Well, what I'm getting at is so I can only use it once per. Realistically, it's like once a short rest. We're not going to short rest fucking 18 times a day, right?
Right.
So if you will allow me, I would like to try that, and then if it's broken, then we can stop doing it.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
I mean, how many hit points can you do at a time?
It's just a.
Question.
I'm just assuming it's a one thing. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, just say it's like if I do it on a short rest, you can only do it once. Like, you can't expend fucking 50 hit points and do that 6 times. Well, because temporary hit points don't stack, right? So you only
Correct.
get the one
Yes.
burst.
Yeah.
So it would be 8 hit points for 2d6 plus 5 temp. I'll roll that. And then when I roll 2 ones, I can laugh. Roll 4 and 1 plus 5. So 10.
Not a bad trade-off.
Yeah. But it's just compounded by okay, so then I can use an extra hit die. As long as I have plenty of hit die, right? It's not a problem, but
Right.
yeah.
I suppose it becomes more lucrative as you level.
Yes. Yeah.
Less of a problem, and you get more and more hit die. But
Yeah.
we'll try it for now, and if it ends up being way overpowered,
Yeah. Change it.
then we'll not do it. It's
Yes.
fine by me.
Agree with that.
All right. Anybody other than Eric want to do anything during the short rest?
I mean, I'll search for where I think the door might be for downstairs, I guess, if it's not a strenuous thing.
Okay. Yeah. So the way the map is constructed right now, these are all of the walls. They are true walls. There's nothing underneath these uh, um, higher sections. Those are just like risen up. Um, who knows why? Because that's how they were drawn in the map. The only other space on this level that you can see is back through this area here. Um, it's a relatively small area. It has one kind of, if you can even call it an office area. It's like a kind of a side room where people that just keep the grounds up can dump their things while they're working here. It does have a door on it, and it does have a lock on the door. The rest of it is an open area. There is like a small wading pool for people to be baptized within. You can tell that it has not been used very recently. It looks a bit green, a little bit cloudy. Not frequented a lot for the baptisms here. Anything else? I'd have you roll investigation or perception.
Okay.
Do you want to roll, or is
Oh,
that a good enough
um,
answer?
As long as I can figure out a way to get downstairs, if there is one. You may have cut out at one point, or I may have cut out if you did talk about that.
The only door you can see leads into an office. There's a lock on the door, but it's open, so you can look in. It's like a small, maybe 8x10 room with a little table in there and a bookshelf, used as a common space for people that work there during the day.
Okay. We'll have to search specific areas then to try and find this. So
Can I I'm gonna try to not use my true sight. Is there a chance that I can go to the walls near the front entrance and just use my gust cantrip and like blow air into the wall to see if I hear like a whistling sound if it slinks through like a crack or an opening? It's a very oddly specific request, but
I will let you do that. I'm gonna have you roll for that though. Give me a nature check to see how well your wind operates within the bricks.
okay.
That's an incredible idea. Just gonna put that
17.
out there.
Okay, so where exactly would you like to cast this cantrip?
I'm so where show me on the map where like that office is? Like is that like farther north?
It's all the way at the back.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down here then. I'm like how do I show this? Like this area and this area, like these two walls. Kind of like two walls on either side of where we've started to feel the magnetism.
Okay. So as you are casting gust across these walls, nothing on them is moving. You can't really hear any minute passage of wind through any cracks. What does happen, however, is like the little tops of these spires here. So if you zoom in, each of these things
Mm-hmm.
are like little poles that line the center aisle. As you are gusting, the tops of, well, I guess we'll say these six, the front six, will blow off. They're just little metal caps, revealing candles.
Oh, okay. I I shake off my gust cantrip and I start to bonfire them.
Yeah. So as you are, what does your bonfire cantrip look like when you cast it?
Ooh, I haven't thought about that.
Just a lighter.
Yeah, I like the idea of like let's see. I like the finger gun thing. I kind of like it. Let's see. Mm, you know what? I'll make it like it's like a little snaking dragon, like flying through the air. Like not the
Okay,
ones with
I
like
like
big
that.
wings or anything, but like like a Dragon Ball Z wish dragon, like just like a big
Nice.
long
Yeah.
serpent kind
Okay.
of thing. But they're small, and I want them to go like "Wah!" as they fly through the air. So it's just "Wah, wah, wah, wah."
The hell is going on?
Little fireworks through the air.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you cast create bonfire. Yeah, 6 times. What color is your fire?
Um, hmm. I mean, I don't want it to be. I guess we'll make it blue. We'll keep it consistent with my electricity, I guess, because I feel like it'd be fire. Now I'm thinking like Avatar, so I feel like it'd be fire derived from my electrical bloodline.
Yeah.
So make it blue.
So yeah, blue flames shoot out of your finger guns,
They make
and
what sound?
as yeah,
Yeah, there you go, beautiful. Yeah, just a cute little cry.
love
Like
it.
it's trying to be
Uh,
fierce, but
As they, I mean, I suppose if you cast one and then enlarged it, it would be roaring. It's just saying that because it's so small.
exactly, yeah.
So yeah, all 6 of these light. When the fire hits the wick, it changes from blue flame to uh, bright white.
Ooh. Hey, guys, come over here and take a look at this with me. Wants to come down from our little.
Brackle's there.
Yeah, because he's been looking to try to find a way down there as well. So what do you think? 6 white flames, color change, but nothing else really happened.
And okay, so just the color changed from a normal flame color to white.
Oh, from my flame color.
Oh, from
So
blue to white.
I make a little fire blue dragon dance in my hand, just like, and it just comes back down into the palm and just poof out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Vern, this was an incredible idea. I just want to put it out there. We really need to work, if you're going to work with this party, on just like saying things before you do them. Just gonna throw it out there, like
Okay.
oh hey, I'm really thinking about unleashing this or letting this dragon lich go. What do you guys think? And everybody's like,
Ooh,
no,
good.
this is a bad idea. No, please
Good.
don't,
Good plan.
Vern.
Good plan.
This is an abomination. Please don't.
Good,
I
good
like
note,
I like
Seth.
No,
I
noted.
like I
Noted.
like I like your initiative, but just gonna put it out there.
I'll keep everyone informed before I start shooting fire off in the space.
And it's just these first 6, not the next 2.
Those are the only ones that he blew the caps off of.
I'll shoot a. Well, maybe I can't. I'll use my saber and hit the other 2 off if they will go off.
Yeah, they fall off.
And they're yellow flame, I assume. So
They're candles. They're not lit. They were out with the caps on them.
Missed.
Eric will help with that though. With my druidcraft cantrip, I can light torches and stuff. So
yes.
Okay. Yeah, they immediately light, regardless of your flame color. They are lighting up white.
Do we see any other pillars in here?
So as these 2 come on, you can you can't see it, but you can hear a small clicking noise at the tops of these pillars too.
Shit. Small clicking noise.
Just like one singular click per pillar. Just
Do these reach to the ceiling or no?
they're about 20 feet high, about the same height as these landings.
I'll investigate this pillar. Or anything that may be loose or
That's your tall.
openable.
Why don't you use all your crazy height to check out the other one?
I have a better idea, and I'll help Brackle by lifting him up.
Aw,
Okay.
little boost.
Okay, that works.
So
you
yeah, so
consent.
Teth is about 9 feet tall.
Jesus.
And Teth, make a strength check for me.
Oh, I roll like ass. 12.
All right, Brackle, make a dexterity check for me.
Check. So 15 total.
Okay, yeah, 12 and 15. Those DCs can't be that high. So you successfully lift Brackle up into the air, and it's just high enough with both of your heights and the length of your arm making up the difference, Teth, for Brackle to see up on top of this pillar, and it is another candle. It is a thicker wick. It's a bigger candle, probably I don't know, 5-6 inches in diameter. But it's an additional wick that has appeared up at the top of this spire.
I'll use prestidigitation and light it.
Great. It lights up white.
I think there's candles on all the other pillars.
And you could be able to, at that height, you'd be able to see that is true.
Okay. My way of lighting things, I have to be within 10 feet. So we either have to keep this situation going, or somebody else is going to need to light these boys up from a distance.
Personally, I would love to see Urzok. Like, this is me talking as a person. I would love to see Urzok just hurl, like, Vern up. Like, all right, buddy. Ah!
Your time to shine.
Yeah. Go get it, Magic Man.
If only we had like a bird person
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, right.
Thanks,
Do you know how to light things on fire?
Des
With the
does
torch.
not have any tools to light things on fire. He also does not carry torches. He is actually afraid of fire.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here.
He always has been. That was his major flaw. He was afraid of fire.
I just love the
Pretty-
idea. We're like, all right, Birdman, just take this torch, go light the candy. He's like, nope, I'm good.
I'm sure nobody remembers back in the early days of Lost Mines campaigns, but when we got to the mine and everybody was walking through with torches, Des was like way far back, casting light on his sword. He wanted nothing to do with those torches.
No, I don't.
Hey,
remember
Des,
this.
you can fly,
Just
right?
remember this when the betrayal happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Only fire attacks.
If Des wants to pick me up, my bonfire has a pretty big range. He can just fly me in the middle of the room and just like rotate me. The
Yeah.
remaining ones.
Des will comply. So he will come down here and help fly you up into the middle of the room.
I give his little claw. Does he have claw hands or something? Talons?
He has talons on his feet, but he has dexterous hands on his
So he's
arms.
just strong, dexterous hands.
Yeah.
So he's holding me. I give his hand a little pat, like a little loving pat, like as he lifts me. I feel warm and close to everybody, and
So nice.
and I'm lifted up, and you know, there are the remaining 3. Or no, wait, remaining 2, and then I'll look down and be like, all right, guys, do we want to all huddle together before I light the final torch?
I'd like to try and do a cheerleader dismount from on top of Teth's arms.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Teth, catch me.
What do I gotta roll?
12 acrobatics.
Roll,
I got a
Roll
17.
Animal
Dexterity.
handling.
Such an animal.
Oh man, I rolled a great 21.
Hey,
Perfect. Yeah. Nice dismount softly into Teth's mechanical arms.
Aw.
once he sets me down, I give like the the iron
I,
across the.
I minor illusion a sign that says 10 and I hold it up. And then,
Now we're coming together as a team.
yes. Yeah.
This is the type of bonding we need.
The moral support.
Urzak,
right, so
you
we're-
got to try it sometime.
Yeah.
We want to get close in case like some trap door opens or something when I light this last candle.
Sure. Let's all stand on the crown symbol in the middle.
Yeah, everybody will.
Uh,
Everybody will join. You.
okay, I feel pretty safe up in the air. I'll light the last candle.
All right. I
Okay,
won't
yeah,
stand on the
really.
crown, but
The last candle lights, and you hear another click. It is not from the crown beneath where all of you are standing. It is from the top of the altar.
I thought you were gonna say everything else. Just everything around the crown just drops
Fuck,
away.
drops out. The complete floor. The entire floor is
Yeah.
gone.
and the altar and everything is higher up, right?
Yeah, like 10 feet.
Like this is
there-
this is higher up than here.
Correct.
Okay. Burn, do your business. If there's a
Business-
candle, I guess.
Oh wait, so yeah, do I see anything up there at where the altar like noises?
So you would see the click was not something opening up and coming out of the altar. There is an indent now in the altar that has kind of now I can't think of the correct word, like a slot in the altar has created itself, an indent in the altar in the shape of a half circle.
Half circle.
Okay, Des, thanks, but I think you can gently set me down now.
He'll give you a pat on your hand, similar to the one that you gave him, and he'll gently lay you back down on the ground.
Can Eric cast resistance on Urzak?
Yes.
Just as precaution.
Yes, you can.
So a half circle.
Does it look like something to hold liquid?
It looks like a half circle. I would say like a
The bowl?
It's like
So
Some sort of bowl or
so it's like the hole has been indented, right? Like this. So it's not just a half circle drawn in. It is a full chunk. Like if you had a circle indent out of that, but only half.
Like a wedge
Know
of
what I mean?
cheese would fit into it? Or
Like a like half a wheel of cheese could fit down in it. Yeah.
okay, that kind of shape.
Like
So
a like a half circle.
so not a sphere, but like a slot.
Is it
It is
approximately,
a slot.
is it approximately the same size as one of the orbs or the shards of the Presidium?
Approximately.
Yeah, approximately.
Whose shard looks like it'll fit in?
Do we
Okay,
want
I
to take turns putting our shard in? See who's fits.
Vern will put his in.
It looks like it takes up about a third of the space.
Okay.
I'll fill up the other 2/3 of the space with my one chunk.
That you have 2/3 of the space filled.
I'll take a sixth of a wheel of cheese and put it in the last spot.
The wheel of cheese starts to glow.
Just cheese though. Everything unlocks. Visick appears. You're able to kill him in one hit.
Thank you
The
for your
sky
time.
opens up. Everybody is transported back to their home worlds. Roll credits.
We did it, guys. We did it.
Cheese was the answer the whole time. If only we'd used cheese earlier.
Crowbar.
Is this gonna start something if we put all three of these together, past Brian?
Yep.
Do you know? You probably don't know because you've seen this like 10 minutes ago for the first time.
I don't know for sure, but it would definitely be more powerful than one shard by itself.
Great.
But it feels right though, doesn't it though, guys?
Yeah.
It's either that or we burrow through whatever this ground is, which would take a long time.
But are we going to put it together and then it immediately gets stolen?
Well, hopefully.
Probably.
Just sucked down into a tube.
Crowbar, that's unlike you to think that way.
I have an idea.
Disregard that.
Just
Crowbar,
in case.
Open this door.
Just in case, I'll stand right by the altar.
And self-destruct.
Maybe.
Okay.
Does your
Cro-
armor have a self-destruct?
I would imagine there was something built into killcasters. Yeah. It would
All of my
have to
allies
be-
are dead. I'm the last man standing, and I only have 3 HP left.
Well, yeah. Well, it's more of an intel thing, right? Like we were talking about.
You're gonna go to sleep one night and you're just gonna find Vern like picking through your head. Like, oh, that's
Joke-
interesting how that works.
Jokes on Vern. I don't sleep.
It's like playing with tweezers with a
Yeah.
wire, and your arm is just like...
30 minutes into it, you're just like, are you done yet?
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
If Crowbar will put his piece in, I'll give him some bardic inspiration. I'll say, be careful, buddy.
Sure, why not?
So
I'll
as
remove the
you-
cheese and then put my piece in.
As
Take a
you
big ol' bite.
pick the cheese up, the cheese is I'm assuming this is either like super processed cheese or you were storing it in a cooled environment. It is no longer cold. It is almost melting in your hands.
So like nachos.
Yeah. If you ever need instant nachos, get these orbs out, and man, you're in business.
Eric,
hold a
grab your
skillet
bread,
over it.
hurry.
So yeah,
Pretend it's
as
brie
you
cheese.
you put the last shard in, and they seem to interlock together, the three of them, and they begin to glow dimly, and the entire altar starts to glow. It's a dull like white blue, and as you move around, you can kind of see around the outside of the altar. The back side, kind of this side. So this is where the orb would go. I know I think this is supposed to be a throne, but an altar for now. This is where the orbs would go. The backside starts to kind of disintegrate a little bit, kind of like flaking off, almost like really old paint flakes off of a wall, and kind of flies up into the air, like you're
Like Voldemort.
like Voldemort, yeah, like you're burning leaves, right? So when leaves catch fire in a bonfire and they just fly all over the place, that's kind of what this looks like, but it's bright white. These little ribbons of matter are super, super white, and that leaves a stairway, an opening to a small stairwell on the back of this altar.
Oh,
And the orbs are the orb shards are still intact. They did not slide down the tube down to the catacombs.
Hmm. Can we remove them, or will that shut the door?
I don't know.
Should we try and take the shards with us?
I think we won't be down there for too long. I think they'll be safe. Do we want to have someone stay up here and guard it? Maybe from our NPC crew?
Pasparan, Pasparan will offer immediately to stay up and guard them. And Flynn will offer to stay with her as well. Wraith is still not feeling 100%, so she is opting to stay up here. I would like the party to decide. Would you like Dez, Luna, or Solia? Actually, no. I'm going to give you a different decision. Would you like Dez? Would you like Dez or Flynn to go with you down there? The other one will stay up here and guard the orbs.
I think Flynn should join us.
I don't trust any of these fuckers.
After Des and I shared that moment, you know, my vote goes to Des.
Come with.
The
So we
only
have
reason
one
I
vote
want
for nobody.
any of the NPCs to come with us is so we can keep an eye on them. So I vote
I'm more
Des.
worried about the shards than keeping an eye on them.
Pasparan is with the shards, and she said earlier in the Zone of Truth that she did not have any ill meaning with them. And Teth still has one shard with him.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think we didn't use them all, so
Okay. I'd vote Des to come with us.
All right, everybody else is staying up to guard the shards and make sure nobody of ill intent enters the room. Des is going to walk down this stairway with you. If you choose to go down the stairwell, of course.
I'll go
honest-
down behind stronger people.
I
Do we
think-
have a rogue in this party?
We do not.
I'm the closest to a rogue we have, I think.
I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
Investigation.
I think Urzok's gonna stay behind.
I'll
All right,
stay
Urzok's
second.
gonna stay.
Pasparan.
What? We'll take Flynn then. He's already dead.
Take the bird.
He is taking the bird. I said if you're going to stay up, then we'll take Flynn too.
Listen, Andrew, he's trying to kill off Flynn, so just let
Oh,
him have
okay.
his moment.
All right. Flynn, you stay up
Uh,
here with Urzok. He's not going to do anything weird.
All right, so Des will join you. Urzok is staying up with Flynn. And so you are going down.
Hmm.
Sure.
Okay.
Teth said they wanted to go first, I think.
I'll go first. I don't have a great investigation, but I have a good passive perception.
Same.
All right, so Teth is in front.
If you're going front, I can stay all the way in the back. I guess so we have passive perception on each side.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
Squeeze
burn
bird,
in the middle.
Squeeze bird in the middle. Yeah.
perfect. Cool. So you follow this stairwell down. It's straight. It's very narrow. Dimly lit. It's not as dark as you would think this would be as an underground stairwell made of stone. You can still see relatively well, and it's only about 30 feet long. It's not incredibly treacherous to go down, and you come upon an arched doorway in front of you. And over top of the doorway, there is a phrase. There is something carved into the stone in Draconic. And luckily, we have two people here that can speak Draconic. Vern and Dez both speak Draconic.
And Breckle.
And Brackle, I forgot about that. I was thinking Urzok did, but so for
Let's
those
all-
of you that
All read it
It's-
together in unison. Da, da, da,
Common
da,
tongue.
The
It
blood of the
says-
dragon. Well,
and this is important. The warrior's heart is still when faced with their own dangers.
the warriors are
Warrior's heart is still when faced with their own dangers, is etched above the archway in this door.
Okay. Is oh there, that's good. Still faced with their own
And you
dangers.
can kind of go right up to this doorway. There's not a door here, but you cannot see through the doorway. It looks completely black.
Hmm. What? Well, I don't know about you guys, but my heart is anything but still right now. It's just like
Who's
Uh,
afraid of the dark?
Tef, you don't have a heart?
I don't have a heart. You said the door is black, or it? Sorry, can you
It's
say
an
that again?
it's an opening in the wall. There's no door there, but
Okay.
you cannot see through the entrance. It is just black beyond the threshold of the door.
It's just like it's void.
Yep.
Hmm.
I
Do
mean,
any of you have dark sight or dark vision?
I do.
I do
Can
too.
you,
It
can you see past that door, or is it just me?
just looks black to me.
It is completely black, even if you have dark vision. It is not darkened by shadow. It is almost. It's almost like it's obstructed.
Want to try to throw something into it to see if it's solid or not?
Sure. I'll throw or pick up a rock off the ground or off the wall or something and just toss it through. Or toss it at it.
It goes through.
Do we hear it like ting, 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 on the other side at all?
You do not.
Well, we can try two things. We can walk into it,
Or
or not walk into it.
Do any of you know what this puzzle might mean? This riddle?
I don't know if it's mentioning undead.
Ooh.
There's a danger.
Maybe I don't know. You have to be truly calm when entering something unknown.
Who is the most zen amongst us?
I would guess the robot
Could
man.
be Crowbar. He does meditate a lot.
Oh, that's
Crowbar
true.
does meditate.
Crowbar, you feeling? He's down there with us too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like to walk into the unknown, Crowbar? I'll
Take a step
behind
with
you,
me,
Yeah,
Crowbar.
yeah, I'll take a step in. I'll be the one.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Crowbar, do you step all the way through?
What is my thing?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have rope or anything.
Crowbar, as you step through this boundary, this veil, on the other side, once you get through, it is immediately much brighter. And it's because the walls are all lined with mirrors. There are mirrors coating every single surface of the walls and the ceiling. And if you look behind you, the wall is mirrored over. There is no hole where the door was. To somebody that was coming from the opposite direction, they would not be able to see that door at all. To your knowledge, there is nothing else in your general area that looks like a door. The only thing that you can see in front of you are 6 stone statues very slowly kind of shambling about, kind of in place.
All right, so I'll just kind of reach back where I think the door is and just confirm, like, can I go back through or not?
You are hitting a hard mirror.
Okay.
We yell, "What do you see, Crowbar?" Does he hear anything?
Can I hear them?
He does. You cannot hear them.
Okay. So if I
I'll
stop
attempt-
moving, do the statues stop moving?
No, and
Okay.
you can see. So I'll switch you over to that page. So nobody else is in this room yet, but this is what it will look like.
I'll send a message through if I can. Try and send like the spell message.
Let me look at that spell actually. Through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it's beyond the barrier. Magical silence blocks the spell, so it does not get through.
Okay.
So do I hear anything?
I still attempt.
You do not hear anything.
It's like it's screaming into the void once you're in the room. You can't hear anything. Okay.
Correct.
I want to get a little nervous for him, and I just want to try to launch my grappling hook arm into the darkness. Does he see an arm like shoot out from a wall or something?
Oh, I forgot you got the
Yeah.
arm.
So the what is the cable made of in your arm?
Something that cannot be destroyed by anything.
It's
I
a
remember
magical
you tell-
cable.
Yeah, he was telling all of us about that, and we were all.
Doesn't
agreeing
matter anyway. I'll
earlier.
just grab it and yank him through with me.
Yeah.
I
So
won't do
crowbar
that.
from behind. We'll say over your right hand shoulder. You see Vern's hand shoot out in front of you. How far do you extend it? Because you can go up to 20 feet.
I would do it. Well, I think I would shoot into the darkness in the hopes that I would like grab him to rescue him. So if it doesn't hit him or any body, I don't think that it would keep going the entire.
I
20
would be
feet.
right inside. I think if it goes
So
straight through, I think it would hit me.
I would say it would hit him, but it is unable to be pulled back. It's not destroyed. It's not broken, but whatever is on the other side of that mirror, you can't pull it back. So now your hand is just like.
I will.
It's like being
does he
pulled
have
into the wall
sensation
like
in
this.
it?
Yeah,
No.
I think so.
Look,
You don't.
I would.
Because if he reaches through and grabs me, I'll kind of just like do a handshake, but kind of like a little tug, just like, "Hey, come on in."
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I mean, if it's arcane fueled
You're
or
kinda
whatever,
stuck
I'm sure
anyway,
that I
so.
have some sensory something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Vern is through.
I can cut it off, Vern. I did it. Okay.
Looks like we're going in, huh?
Des will
I mean-
Des will walk through as well. He'll give kind of a little shrug, and he'll say, "Vern shot his hand through, and he still seemed to feel like it was safe. So I'm gonna feel like it's safe, and he will walk through."
I'll jump on Teth's back and say, "Hi ho!"
I have one notion before going into this room. One thing. Should we maybe go tell the people up top what's going on real quick, just in case, we disappear?
I said,
Forever.
"Hi ho!"
I'm gonna
Spank, spank.
Did
throw
you not get
Brackle
that?
throw Brackle through the fucking.
You
the
hear?
void.
You can go, "Fuck!"
It just cuts out.
So I'm just prone on the other side of this wood.
Yeah.
Not hard, just yeah. And then go tell Urzak what the fuck we found downstairs in case we get fucked.
Deal.
Well, best of luck.
Yeah, I kind of just thought about hanging up here, to be honest with you.
What?
But he said, "Hi ho."
He was on your back.
So, guys, Teth may or may not be coming in through here. So, let's,
I'm glad we have the three beefiest characters here to.
Well, Teth is the
well, we have
beefiest.
Crowbar
and he's
at
not
least.
here.
Yeah.
Crowbar's beefy. Yeah.
Well,
So, Teth, you are staying
Dez
behind?
is poultry.
Thinking about it. Doing numbers upstairs. It's like, okay, pass Brand.
Each statue contains 1 million gold pieces that you don't have to share with anybody.
Yeah.
Only usable by the person who finds it.
Des, you don't have to go home. Just stay here and be rich.
Stay in the mirror room forever. Just live in the mirror room forever.
As we go down the stairwell, how many coils of energy is coming off the
Oh shit!
half wheel of shards connected?
So many
know,
coils. At least 1 million coils.
At least 20 Verns worth.
The only reason I'm going down into this fucking hole is because I have a detect magic. So
That's true.
Tep will go and tell Urzak, yeah, I'm going back down. Nice knowing you.
Hi ho.
You guys get lost. I have blind sight, so I'll come find you.
Okay.
I can blind people. Does that help?
It might. Yeah.
So we see just these little statue guys just shaking it up in front of us.
Yep. So as you all pass through, who's the last one through? Eric or probably Teth, because he's coming
Yeah.
from. So as Teth comes through, the statues all stop moving, and they all turn to face the party, and they start to reshape, almost like they're made of clay. They're just kind of remorphing in shape. And you will notice that all of them reshape to form one of you.
Ooh.
Oh snap! Better go attack myself.
Vern
call-
immediately adjusts his like little ascot when he sees it crooked in the mirrored version. Like straightens himself out a little bit. Like, oh, is that how I looked after that fight? Like, oh.
I call Eric.
And they start shambling towards you. So I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh no. Shambling slow, right?
Yeah.
By definition.
Hey, Shambleman.
Initiative.
Freckle just
Oh,
immediately.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
mama.
Nice.
Mamacita.
That's a thick roll.
Nice.
Freckle just starts hitting himself, thinking the monster will also hit themselves.
Ten for Crowbar.
Crowbar's getting that Jerry roll.
Yeah.
With advantage too.
What? All right, well, get it out now so you can have your attack rolls.
All right, Teth, what are you doing? These sculptures have just transformed into the 6 of you and are slowly moving towards your position.
I will immediately cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Don't have a way to narrate this yet, so it's just going to be cast Detect Magic.
Your eyes glow.
First level. Do, what is this, 30 foot? Yeah, 30 foot. Perfect.
All right. So as you are casting that, these first 3 statues are within your range. They are glowing bright orange. Transmutation magic.
Teth would relay that information,
Excellent.
and He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, right in front of him and stand there.
All right.
And stare.
The statue will take its turn right after you, and it is going to mimic you, kind of match your exact body position, just mirrored, and look right into your eyes. Eric.
I think I'm gonna cast Warding Wind on myself, so I have to drop concentration on my resistance for Urzok.
That's okay. Urzok's not here, so he's
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I figured.
Until Pazbran attacks me.
That's
Yeah.
true. Trunk attack.
Yeah.
Big old chunk.
So just a verbal spell on myself for 10-foot radius. Concentration up to 10 minutes. A strong 20-mile-per-hour wind blows around me in a 10-foot radius, moves with me, so
Okay.
not on me. The wind will deafen me and other creatures in my area.
Okay.
It will extinguish unprotected flames that are torch size or smaller. Hedging out vapor, gas, fog. Area is difficult terrain for creatures other than me. And attack rolls of ranged weapon attacks have disadvantages if it goes passing in or out of the wind. And when I do that, I'm going to move over towards Brackle statue. And or a little bit less than that. But right around there, and place my shield as well in the ground with my bonus action.
Okay.
Unless that's a bonus action wording. No, that's action. Okay, so I'm good. I would say that's my turn. So yeah, I'm good.
All right. Immediately following your turn, Eric, your statue is going to move 10 feet to its left, and it is going to attack you. It is going to... It's going to cast Thorn Whip on you. And that is... T5 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. That's going to be 12 piercing damage, and it is going to pull you up to 10 feet. Since your shield was planted, I'm going to say that that's going to be left behind. So you are now shieldless, 10 feet away from your statue.
What was the damage you said?
12 piercing damage.
Okay, so 6 with my resistance.
Do you have resistance to piercing damage?
For sure.
Oh, nice. Yes,
From,
you do. From your armor, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bracklebath.
One question. You said
Yes.
they were like clay?
They appear
Or-
to be stone.
Stone? Okay.
When they were changing it, it seemed like clay, how they were shifting so easily. But they appear to be stone. They appear to be
Okay.
pretty hard.
I'm going to turn around and walk backwards.
You cannot.
I can't walk backwards? No,
You're
I mean
right up
I'm
against the wall.
No, I'm facing the wall and I'm going to walk backwards.
Oh,
So I turn around towards the wall
Okay.
and then I walk backwards.
okay.
Hey,
All right.
these are If they're trying to mirror us, maybe then this
Can
will
you
work.
can you successfully run 30 feet in 6 seconds backwards?
I'm not. I mean, I'm not even dashing yet.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I could. You can run 30 feet backwards in 6 seconds for sure. That's only. It's 10 yards.
All right.
I'll at least do that first. Yeah, I'll do it again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll do a dash action.
Okay.
And bonus. I'll Bardic Inspiration. Nobody.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
All right. Cool. So your statue is going to move 10 feet up towards you. And it is going to you're going to hear in your mind
Ah, shit.
you can hear in your mind little like crackling static, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well, actually, is it a spell or magical effect?
Yes.
Because that's very important. Well, we'll see how important it is. It's not that important. 19.
That saves.
That's good. I had advantage because my second roll was a 1.
All right, so you just hear the static and nothing else happens. Dez is going to move upwards and kind of take stock of what has happened so far in the battle. He's going to run up and, as an action, there's a gnat on my desk. I struck true, though. I
Nat
got
20
it.
or nat 1?
Damn it, you beat me to it.
A nat 20. I got him. I got him.
Barlos, you get inspiration for killing a gnat.
Thank you. I'll give Dez inspiration. As an action, he's going to pull Eric's shield out of the ground. And he will use the rest of his movement and use a bonus action to plant Eric's shield back in front of him. And his statue is going to move forward 10 feet and try and shoot him. That's going to hit because he has a really high modifier. And that will hit Dez for 11 piercing damage. All right, Vern.
Ooh, well, Vern is not liking this close combat at all. I think he's going to... Okay, I'm going to try a couple things, I guess. I'm going to move... How far away is that? I want to move over... Oh, hang on. Okay, I'm going to move to the right a little bit, so I can still see my counterpart. Okay?
Okay.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to convert some sorcery points so I can like have my level 6 spell slot back. But
Okay.
for my action, I want to try to just like look across the way at my counterpart and think about the riddle and just be like calm myself.
Okay. Okay.
That's all I want to do with my action. I want to try to still my heart and not take a move against him.
Sounds good. All right,
Charges
your
me.
statue. Your statue's gonna move 10 feet forward.
And use chromatic orb. because he has
Yeah,
dialogue.
In the irony of ironies, it is going to cast chromatic orb at you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, and that might not hit actually. You have a
Was it
+9,
9?
17.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Kind of magic is it?
It is going to be.
Yeah, I don't think it matters
Um,
actually. I think I have to activate the resistance. So
Yeah, it'll be lightning damage.
okay.
It's going to be 3d8. Not great rolls. So 7 lightning damage.
Really nice.
Not terrible. All right, Crowbar.
Crowbar, go open a door to your
I'm gonna rage,
guy's chest.
and then I will run in front of Dez and Eric and attack Brackle's doppelganger
Hey, that's
Okay.
mine.
in the hopes that my doppelganger will do the same and also attack Brackle's
Brackle.
doppelganger. All right. This is not with advantage.
I'll give you advantage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like for real with bard stuff.
No,
Okay.
I'd just give you it.
That's a
But-
16 to hit.
That hits.
Yes.
Okay. Let's roll some damage.
Idiot.
Oh wait, that's a D8. 14 magical slashing. Second attack is it's a nat 20. Here we go. Hang on. It's almost not fun to get a nat 20.
Yeah, what a hard
Shut up.
existence.
2d10. Okay. I know. So I get
How
3d10
terrible.
plus. Well,
I think
get-
Crowbar has gotten a crit every
I've
Yeah.
rolled a
in
crit
combat.
every night
Without
we fought.
fail.
It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And
The
then
one night we
6
fought
to
and I
this.
played
Okay.
Crowbar, he still got a crit. So it's not
Yeah.
just
18,
Aaron.
23, so
it's Crowbar every
29.
day.
29
Crit.
slashing damage.
Crit machine.
Okay.
And disadvantage on their attacks until my next turn.
Okay.
And movement speed reduced by 10.
All right.
I'll do the bonus attack also. Not done yet. Which is
I never thought
18
you
to
would
hit.
be. That hits.
Or no, I already raged. I can't do the bonus. So never mind. I'm done.
All right. Your statue, Crowbar, is going to move 10 feet down here. And he is going to attempt the same exact thing. He's going to try and attack you with his glaive.
Oh, I'll hit him first though, because he's in my range.
Well, that's true. Go ahead.
You fucker.
Let's hit him. I know.
If you get
It's
into
a
your
nat-
range,
it's a
can
nat
you
20.
strike? Oh, it's a feat.
Fuck you, man.
Oh my god.
That's
God
so
damn it.
ridiculous.
Hang on.
It's the character.
We should
I
just
know.
average out
This
the
is crazy.
damage and just
No,
give
I
you
got-
that amount of
I got the
damage
bad shit
every
out.
time you.
I know. I got the bad shit out with my advantage or my initiative roll. Okay. This plus 6. So we got 18, 21, 27 slashing.
Okay.
No movement speed.
Mama
He,
mia.
he already used all of his movement speed, so he is a-okay.
Yeah.
He is going to roll to attack you. And that is going to be an 18.
That hits.
All right. D10s. Now I have to look at your weapon because I can't remember how we made it. Strength modifier.
Oh, I didn't even count any of the quarter damage.
quarter damage.
So you
The
can
Ursine
take
strike?
12. Yep, 12 slashing damage. Crowbar.
Okay. 6 slashing damage. Got it.
All right, Teth.
So just to clarify, I cast a detect magic, approached statue Teth, stared at it. Did it also seem to cast something, or did it just stand there and stare?
It stood there and stared at you.
Did it look like it attempted to move at all, or is it pretty much just like, okay, stare?
It attempts to mirror your stance, and that's it.
Okay.
So far, that's the only one who did, right?
Correct.
Because I'm just trying to put it together, because I know technically it's like an initiative thing, but it's like technically it would be mirroring. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's delayed or if it's theoretically in the same time. You know what I mean?
Think of this as them moving right after you move.
Okay, so it's a slight delay. Okay. I'm going to try something. I'll move 5, 10, 15. Does he attack me?
Are you gonna finish your turn, or is that the end of your turn?
No, sorry. My question was, do I provoke an opportunity attack from him?
No.
Okay. All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's my regular movement. 30. Then go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as my action dash. And I just want to see if I can kind of make as I'm going through, get all the readings on the statues with the tech magic, which probably are all the same, and see if I can
Yep.
use my robot eyes to see anything back here. Unless you require an action for that.
No, your perception's high enough. You do not see anything but mirrors. You can see yourself reflected many times.
Yeah, that's right. There's mirrors. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna look at the mirror.
All right. Statue Teth is going to walk 10 feet, dash 10 feet, and that will be his turn. Eric, go ahead.
Okay, so
Oh, Rick.
Oh,
when Crowbar did damage to himself, like his doppelganger,
Mhm.
did I see any like he when he took damage, did he appear like he was taking damage, or is it unaffected?
You're far enough away and behind Dez and Crowbar. I would have to ask you to make a perception check as an action if you wanted to see that.
I can't remember on Dez's turn. Did he do anything to any of the statues?
Put your shield back up. And then his statue attacked him.
Gotcha. Okay. Oof. To use an action. I guess I'll attack Eric statue and see what that does. So I'll do that with my crossbows.
Okay.
I'm a crossbow. Okay, so at disadvantage. Oh, nice. Okay. So 20 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
8 piercing.
Okay.
From that, did the statue look harmed from it?
A little bit of stone crumbled off the sides.
I'm gonna use bonus action for another crossbow attack.
Okay.
22, so that hits. And this time 12 piercing.
Okay.
Again, probably more crumbling.
Yeah. Couple flakes here and there.
Okay. I guess I have a question about my shield. Because
Okay.
if I can be 5 feet away from it. Okay. But and still get the AC bonus. Does that help my allies? Like Dez,
No.
who might. Yeah, I didn't think so.
And you can't be in front of it.
True. And then, am I using +5 to AC correctly if I'm 3/4 cover? Is it +5 to what I have as AC, or my AC's from the shield's +1 already, so it's actually just +4 and +5 total? You know what I'm asking?
You maintain all AC bonuses associated with the shield, so it's the +1 bonus and an additional 5.
Okay.
Only when
that's
it's planted.
Okay.
That's how you've been doing it, I think, right?
Yeah, that's why. I just didn't want to be cheating and getting 5 extra feats like Lampog. Okay. That'll end my turn.
All right. Your statue's going to do the same thing as last time. He's going to try and thorn whip you. That is not going to hit, I don't think. That's an 18.
So yeah, it misses.
Okay. And it's going to move 10 feet back.
Hold on. Is he able to? If Thorn Whip is verbal, is he able to in Deafening Wind do that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Crackle Bath.
I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. Your statue is going to move up 10 feet. Make a wisdom save.
Asshole.
That was my guess too. Oh,
What, to not do anything? Yeah.
not do anything. Yeah.
Oh, it's advantage. Oh, it did matter. 20.
Okay. Yeah, that saves. Nothing happens.
All right, bitch.
Dez is going to move around this way from Crowbar. He's going to draw his bow and fire at his statue. And that is going to just miss. As this statue is going to stay where it is, fire his bow, and that will hit for.
Can Crowbar opportunity attack Eric statue when he backed away?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I already reacted.
Yep. And that is going to be another 12 damage, piercing damage. On Dez. Vern.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I want to be. I swear I'm more strategic than this, but okay. I'm going to use that 6th level chain lightning spell now that I have the slot back.
Okay.
And I'm going to I want to try a couple things because I can blast myself obviously with like the main blow, but then I can hit three bolts leap from it and can hit 3 other targets. So here's what I want to try. I'm going to strike myself. I'm going to have a bolt hit Teth's stone or doppelganger.
Okay.
I'm going to have a bolt hit crowbars, and I want to send the other bolts. Are there mirrors on the ceiling too?
Yes.
Okay. I want to send the other bolts immediately right above Brackle's doppelganger, so that either it will bust through and shatter or do something like that, or if it does bounce off, my angle will just send it down and hit Brackle doppelganger.
Okay. Okay.
Crackle
So
ganger.
I'm gonna have you roll an Arcana check.
Okay. To see if
Uh,
my angling is correct.
to
or
see
what?
to see if your angling is correct.
Right. Let's do that first then. 24.
Okay, that's fair. You can bounce lightning. You're a lightning dragon.
You're
Kin.
absolutely
That's
right.
fine.
Okay.
Right, and they all make dex saves.
Yes. Rise 10d8. So I will.
Vern's dex save. That's a 4, so he fails. Teth. A 10, so he fails. And Brackle. He rolled a little bit better. 18.
Okay. Yeah, that.
That
Will be-
saves.
Yes, you'll only take half damage.
All right.
Did you
10d8
wait? Did you roll
lightning
for?
damage.
Yeah. Did you roll for
That's
Sorry,
the
did you
other
roll
one.
for crowbar?
Crowbar? No, I did not. No, I did not.
Yeah. So yeah, one of the will hit him.
That is a 17 as well.
Oh, that also saves. Damn it. Okay. No worries. Let's roll it.
Light him up, baby.
53 damage.
53 damage.
Or half of that. But the one going above Brackle, remember, I'm trying to like either shatter the mirror or damage the room firstly.
Right, it does not damage the mirror or anything in the room.
Okay.
Any way that I could tell if the statues are specifically Teth statue is emanating any type of aura, or if it's just actually this is probably a turn thing. Sorry, carry on.
You would have noticed that with your detect magic up. They're not emanating anything.
Okay.
They themselves are magical, but you can't detect anything magical surrounding them.
Okay.
All right, Vern, your statue is gonna cast chain lightning.
Oh gosh. No.
Oh man, I wish you guys were closer. Don't worry, me and you, Brackle. We got it, buddy.
It's like Urzak's upstairs making like awkward small talk with Pazbran.
I wonder how it's going down there.
Well, they sure are taking a while.
Can't
Keep
imagine
getting electrocuted.
lightning's involved at all.
He's gonna fire on Vern, and Eric, Crowbar, and Dez are all within the firing line as well. They will have lightning jumps. And Eric, you do not get your +5 because you are technically in front of the shield at this point. It's going to be 10d8. Right,
Does this have a
so
save or anything?
Eric, Crowbar, and Vern make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. So this is something I can see, right? Coming at me.
Yes, It
Okay.
is deflecting off of Vern's body. Vern's burned, charred body.
Yeah, my
Damage
dex save was
plus
7,
3.
so I'll be taking
23.
the full.
12.
Damage because you have that. Dez takes half damage. Alright, so Dez will take 23 damage. And you take 46 lightning damage. Eric, what was your
12.
roll? 12 does not save, so you will take 46 lightning damage as well.
I'm going to roll for concentration check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Roll.
he will move 10
Okay.
feet forward.
So 46 is
Crowbar.
the base damage.
Yes.
So if we save, we take 23.
23, and then you'd have that.
I take 12 or 13. Or it'd be 11 or 12. So it'd be
In favor of the player.
Was it a critical hit?
No, it was a save.
Okay. All right. I'll just kind of get right in the middle of it and attack my own statue, but flanking Dez.
Okay.
Like I need advantage. All
Right.
No, I actually kind of do. That's a 14 to hit on the first attack.
That misses.
Hey, it's a 24 on the second attack.
That hits.
That is 13 slashing. And then I will do the bonus hit of the glaive. That's a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay.
Crowbar, your statue is going to do exactly the same thing. That is going to be 22 to hit.
Yep.
All right. For 14 slashing damage. And he's going to roll for the bonus hit as well. For 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's Zerkov.
DM, can I make an Arcana check to see what the fuck is going on?
What exactly are you looking to find out?
I would like to see, investigate this mirror in front of me and see if there's any arcane nature to it or a way to manipulate them. With whatever check.
I'll let you do that passively because you have a 21% or 21 perception. Oh yeah, you do have 21 perception. Yeah, with your detect magic still up, there seems to be nothing inherently magical or transformative about the mirrors themselves.
Nothing
I couldn't
magically.
justify nothing that you can see within the mirror that you can interact with.
From a
I mean,
magical
you can-
standpoint, does that make sense?
From a magical standpoint, yeah.
Okay. Testing out one more thing. Going to move down 5 feet. And then just keep looking in that mirror.
Okay. Your statue is going to move up 10, dash 10, and stay right here. Eric.
Let's see here. So from from behind my shield, I will shoot at my copycat statue.
Poor buddy.
Crossbow. Let's see here. So 21 to hit,
Hits.
and it bounces out of the tray. Nice. 13 piercing.
Okay.
Bonus action to do it again. 12 to hit.
Well, that misses.
Okay. And just keeping cover behind the shield. End my turn.
Right. Statue Eric is going to thorn whip you once again. That is a natural 20. Boom, 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 boom. For a 29 to hit.
I'm immune to critical hits, so it's not.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's
So you
normal
don't get the extra dice, but it is still a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
And I'm resistant to piercing, which is good.
Sorry. That
Oh,
is going
that'll
to
do
be 10 piercing damage, so 5 piercing damage to you.
5.
And he is going to pull you back over your shield again for 10 feet.
Oh, god damn it.
Crackle bad.
All right, so I guess they want to fuck around and find out. So I am going to cast Steel Wind Strike on all of the mirrors except my own. But I got to roll attack for each one. So I'll do Teth first. Mirror Teth. Mirror Teth is 17 plus 7, 24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, wait, sorry, 9 plus 9 to hit. It's 26. Okay.
So that also still hits.
I don't know if I'm supposed to do different damage for each one or not. Or I just do one.
I
One
think
time.
it's different for each one. I think the spell
Okay.
says that you make a separate attack.
All right. I'm just gonna do it in D20 every time if I hit then. Because I only have 5, 6 D10s. So they take, oh, that was terrible. 21 force damage.
Wow.
Next one will be Vern's Mirror. 15 plus 9, 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Slightly better, 30 force damage. Next one will be Crowbars, which is 18 plus 9, 27 to hit. 38.
Yeah, that hits.
Now Dez. Fucking natural 20 against Dez.
Perfect.
So it's going to be 12 D10.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, well. Oh, no.
And then lastly will be Eric's, which 9 plus 18 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
It
Oh wait,
doesn't-
which
18. Eric.
He's not by a shield, so yes, that hits.
Okay.
What spell was that?
22. God, terrible rolls. That's
Steel
called
Wind Strike.
It's a level 6 spell.
Nice.
22. What type of damage?
These were all to mirrors, not to actual humans.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's 22 force damage.
Great hit.
And I don't know, bonus I'll give unsettling words to Verns. Mirror Vern, you're stupid.
It doesn't seem quite affected by that.
Damn it. He knows he's smart.
Well done.
Yep.
All right. Your statue is going to walk 10 feet right up to you and cast Thunderwave right in your face.
You bitch.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
It's a magical spell, so that's good. Oh, yes. God, I'm rolling great. 20 is my save.
That saves.
I'm rolling super good tonight, except for stupid d20s.
Half damage.
Pretty bad.
So you take
Yeah.
17 thunder damage.
All right.
Crackle.
Do these look like? Do any of them look like they're getting hurt?
They're getting chipped.
So not really.
Not really. Dez will do the same thing. He's going to keep in formation and fire his bow at his statue, which will not hit again. Good. Good job, Dez. And Dez's statue will do the same thing. Fire back at Dez, which also misses. Good. Good round all involved. Vern.
So they just looked chipped, like the same level of chipped from the first time we were hitting at them.
Like anytime they get struck, some stone flies off, some chipping occurs. So like the steel wind strike ones, they look a little bit rougher, but it does not seem to be impeding their movement.
Okay. This puzzle. I'm trying to. I don't want to waste a turn by like sitting prone and trying to meditate or something.
I'm trying something on my next turn. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to stay alive then. So I didn't want to use this so early on. It takes a week to recharge, but I'm going to hide around this corner so that my doppelganger can't see me. And I am gonna blow my horn for House Wellerby. And I want to summon my 3 little wormlings. I want to summon them one above Mirror Vern, one to the side, and one beneath, so he's pinned against that wall and can't move to see me.
Oh my god. Okay.
Can I do that? I mean, I should be able to summon my wormlings where I want, right?
I mean, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Wormlings, rise!
I love
hilarious.
puzzles.
This at least will buy us some time, or me some time to survive. So the wormlings are what? They are. Wait. You get 4 of them.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know where I want the other one to go. Probably still just huddled around. I feel like we're only ever, so far, historically, we've only ever been attacked by our own duplicate, right?
That would be correct.
Okay, so I just want to keep mine pinned. Maybe he might attack the wormlings. He push past the wormlings? Is that a thing that he could do if I like literally surround him with 4 wormlings against that wall?
He could try.
could, but little bastards are tough. Maybe not really. Okay, 4d4 plus 4 dragon spirits. All right, let's roll that. I'm just gonna roll it in. Roll 20. 4.
Ah, Joshy.
Yes, yeah, 4 of those. 4 of those massive. Okay,
Yeah.
4d4
Not
plus
quite.
4 dragon spirits.
Do you want the fourth one?
Oh no. Okay. I want it to be like just higher by 1. I really want to pin my doppelganger up against that mirror wall so he can't see me to like cast stuff at me.
Okay.
I have a question. Did my clay version of Vern, did it get confused and try to transform into Vern plus 4 wormlings and like become like a smaller Vern? Like 4 wormlings?
Statue Vern does not have a horn of the House Willerby, so he did not.
Okay. Okay, I'm the bonus action. No, I'm just gonna stay. I also want to. Okay, I want to do this. Can I do this with my bonus action? I have that claw that came from the body of Ollie, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to just like rub it as if we're in danger, and hope that the sword where Ollie's spirit is will like alert the ones that are upstairs to come and like help us.
They know we're down here. They know we're fucked.
Oh,
But they don't know we're in this much trouble, though, right?
Roll.
I mean-
Okay. Roll. Roll animal handling.
All right. Would be 8. Well, that
Not
fell on
quite good
deaf
enough.
ears.
Not quite good enough. Nobody batted an eye.
You know what? I'm glad
Good
Ollie
try
died
though.
then.
Good try though.
Wow.
He's
No,
never there
I
when I
take
need
that
him.
back. I
Oh
take that
my
back.
Statue Vern is going to Misty Step down here.
No, I forgot about that. Oh my god. Wormlings, get them. Distract them.
Crowbar. Oh, Crowbar's gone.
Crowbar just went into the bathroom. Oh, he's coming out of the bathroom.
Is it my
Crowbar
turn?
go poo poo.
It sure is.
Okay.
Yes.
I will attack my statue, I guess.
Okay.
Because Way of the Barbarian, I'm not thinking about the puzzle. 24 to hit on the first attack, and dirty 20 on the second one.
Yeah, those hit.
So 2d10 plus 6, that's 18, and then so 23 slashing.
Okay.
Bonus weapon attack is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 6 slashing. Or 6 bludgeoning.
Okay. He will do the same to you.
Okay.
That first attack is going to miss. He will bonus attack with the back end of his glaive. And that is also going to miss. That's a 16.
Hooray.
All right, and he's going to stay put. Death.
So just to clarify, has I think maybe Des, but has anybody attacked a statue other than themselves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Last one,
Yeah.
I attacked everybody except myself.
Vern and
Okay,
Brackle
so
both
there's
have.
there's area effect stuff. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep on exploring. So I'll go 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Basically just like a loop around. So giving some birth. And if there's no magical pings,
There are not.
Weird. Then I will move. Use an action to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Behind Eric's gargoyle. And then look at him. The back of his head, I suppose.
Okay. Statue Teth is going to move 10-10, and that will be his turn. Eric.
I'm gonna drink my invisibility potion.
Okay.
Is that a bonus action because of our house rule about potions?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as you don't administer it to somebody else, you can drink a potion as a bonus action.
No, that's good because I'm gonna use my action to dash. 'Cause
Okay.
The stairway behind us, it didn't like close right at the archway.
Oh, it's
We
closed. You can't get.
Oh,
you can't
okay.
get back
From here.
there.
Oh shit. Okay, can I take back the invisibility thing?
You can.
Warrior's heart is still
I know.
faced with their own dangers. I'm not ready to risk letting it kill me. The warrior's heart is still.
Only got 21 minutes left, guys.
Might be all I have.
Oh, we'll get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move behind my shield.
Okay.
Attack Eric statue, copycat statue with my crossbow once again.
He better fucking thorn whip you. Pull you over that shield again. This is the only thing in life.
Shit, and I'm hitting him with disadvantage, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have this wind. I thought it would
Well,
play better for protecting me, but
it all depends on the spell type. If the person has to hear something, then deafening is helpful.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You'd be able to assume that they are unable to hear or talk at this
Sure.
point. Enough of them have cast verbal and somatic spells without really
Sure.
fulfilling.
I'm
the
gonna hop out a little
requirements.
early, guys. If Crowbar goes again, just have him attack the same guy.
Okay.
okay,
See you guys. I'll keep the recording
Bye.
going.
okay.
Later.
I rolled 14 to hit.
That misses.
Nice. Bonus action. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Crossbow. And 15 to hit.
You guys are gonna be so mad when you figure out the solution to this. I didn't think this was gonna take this long, and it's not a barrel game where you have to cast a specific spell on
Yeah.
one specific barrel. I swear. What was that to hit? I'm so sorry, Eric.
Actually, I've been messing up. It's 14, so it misses.
Yep, that misses.
I thought it was plus 10. It was plus 9.
You know what's coming. Thorn Whip, 19 to hit.
So these statues all seem to have the same initiative as their counterpart.
Historically, they have moved directly after their counterparts. Yes,
How much was that to hit?
19,
So misses.
and he's going to move 10 feet. Bath.
So I've moved, and he's not. He's attacked me, even though I didn't do anything. Attacked when I attacked him. I'm just gonna sheath my sword.
Okay.
That's it.
Are you doing anything else?
Nope.
he is going to sheath his sword and look at you just like you were looking at him.
No, now I stab him. No, I'm just kidding. Gotcha, bitch.
Dez is gonna fire at his. Dez is not rolling well, but that might actually hit. Just misses, actually. And his statue will fire back at him. That's a natural 1. So they're both shitty rollers. Cool. Vern Wellerby.
Well, let's I wouldn't have seen
Mm-mm.
Brackle sheath his sword.
I can't yell anything because it was after my action either.
Right. Well, this is really tough because I also think that I was still actively trying to figure out the puzzle as well. I did try not moving, and I tried looking like I was meditating and at peace.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay, that sounds. I'd be happy with that. If not, I'll run.
Get away, get away, get away.
Yeah. Intelligence. 13. It's not.
With a 13, I would say your wormlings would be in the line of sight for that, and you could have them theoretically move before you because they share your initiative and they obey your commands. So you could have them move first and kind of get that information from them. And I would allow that with a 13.
Okay.
But only if you move them down to you.
Right. Okay. Let's see. So, Brackle had but how would I learn that from the wormlings, though?
They're friendly creatures.
Yeah, but having them like surround my dude, but then just kind of like sheath their dragon claws. Okay, I guess that's what I'll do. I'll have them the little space for me, but I'll have them stand kind of around him, staring as much into their eyes as they can, to the statue's eyes. Then just perch.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me. I like that visual.
Okay.
And what are you gonna do?
I will go up there. I feel like I have to. Okay, I'm gonna go up there and stare at my dude. I'll go here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't give you permissions to move these. I will move them for you.
Okay. And I will also. I'll get my ring that I like cast from. Disarm myself. Look into eyes of statue
Yeah.
Vern.
He will do the same thing. He will mimic your exact stance and look right back into your eyes.
And my turn. Can I shout something for a bonus action?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm having a moral dilemma playing Crowbar now. Because I think I know what he would do, and I know what he told me to do, but I don't think he would do that. But who knows? He's raging, so he might.
Everybody.
Yeah, what do you
I'll say, sheath your weapons and stare into their eyes.
I would say everybody could hear that except for Eric.
the wind.
Oh shit.
Oh, now everybody wants to do this. Great.
Crowbar will comply. He will comply. And Statue Crowbar will do the same. And they are just standing with their glaives kind of to their sides. Death.
I will go and do the first thing I did in this entire session. Sorry, combat encounter. I'll move 10 feet, 5 feet, stare into not Roboteth, Statue Teth.
Robotessence.
All right, Eric. You can't hear, but you can see.
Right.
So, keeping that in
So-
mind.
So what does the copycat Eric look like when he's 10 feet away from me?
He looks like Eric with a bunch of chips out of his face,
Yeah.
and he's gray.
Speaking of his face, what do his eyes tell me? You know, when you try to look into a person's soul, kind of thing.
They're
know he's
stone cold.
His stance.
King got him.
Nailed it.
His stance is very similar to your stance.
Okay, is that enough information for me to, kind of see that, right? And I'm gonna.
I would let you make a perception check as an action because you're deafened.
hmm
I would say looking at him is not enough information. No.
All right, so perception-wise, I rolled a 14. I add 9, so 23.
Yeah. As you're looking around, just kind of getting your bearings, you can't hear anything, but you are seeing all of your friends start to stand down.
Okay. Does it take any bonus action or anything to just drop concentration on my warding wind?
I don't know with that spell. Let me look at it.
I feel like almost any concentration spell you can drop at any time.
I think so. But I know that some elemental stuff, like if it creates
with no
something, I think you have
cost.
to.
The conjuration is a little different, I think. but
Yeah.
I think you can drop most stuff as a free action. But I don't
Well,
play spellcasters, so
Conjuration. It's close. It's evocation.
not close at all. I think you're good, personally. Barlos, did you think that this was going to take an hour and a half?
Absolutely not. I was planning on having an entire other thing happen. That's okay.
What you don't know is
Uh,
that next session we're going to talk to them for 3 hours.
Why would they talk back?
Yeah, I would say you could drop your concentration. There's nothing in the spell that says that you can't.
Okay. And then as my bonus action, I would sort of like just pick up my shield and throw it over my shoulder on my back.
Okay.
And just lower my crossbow. So I'm just kind of staring around the room now.
Are you? So you're staring around the room?
Yeah, staring around the room. Stance is completely just vertical, right? Lower crossbow, just hanging at my side. Shield on my back. No defensive wind.
All right. This is going to lower his bow and walk up to Statue Des. Put his bow on his back. Statue Des will do the same. I guess it's Brackle's turn. Are you doing anything else, Brackle?
Nope, just gonna continue to stare.
Cool. Vern, do you want to do anything?
Oh, I'm unmuted. I thought I was muted. Sorry. No, I'll keep staring confidently.
Seth, are you doing anything?
Staring into my beautiful stone eyes.
All right, Eric, you're up again.
I guess I'll move forward and see if. Yeah.
You gotta be okay.
All right, so as you are moving up to your statue, Eric, and you lock eyes with your statue, all of the golems, the statues, They were moving slightly, kind of just like shambling back and forth, even though they were looking at you and matching your stances. Once Eric steps up to his statue, all of them stop moving. They are frozen in place.
Now's the
They
time to attack.
Yeah, ruin it all. Do it now. Do it now. And they begin fading away, much like the back of the altar upstairs. Just starts kind of like burning off their shoulders first, and into small glowing little ribbons. Again, kind of like burning leaves above a bonfire, swirling in the air. And the ribbons seem to travel towards the back of the room. So they're all kind of dissolving up in the air, and they're moving back this way. And as they do that, they start peeling off the mirror surface right here. And they lead. A doorway opens up.
Oh wow, you guys look like shit.
Yeah, what happened to you guys?
Feel like shit. The wormlings are like crawling on me, like, and just like I'm like bloodied and no sorcery points like left, hardly, just drained.
Well, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Oh, can't wait to find out what happens here. All right.
Bowls.
Later. Bowls. Yeah.
That better be the trophy at the end.
It's a whole stack of bowls with a wave on the end of it. And you'd also notice behind you that the mirror is brushed away again, and you can see the stairwell that you originally came down.
Okay. The opening at the north end, is it another black?
It is not. You can see that it opens up into a room with flooring much like this.
Should we carry on or?
On the walls?
Yeah, Vern, why don't you yell up and let Paspran, Flynn, and Solia Luna and Urzak know what's going on.
I do that. I kind of stumble back at the base of the stairs and like, guys, we could use a hand now.
How shitty does Vern look? Is Vern on like death's door?
Vern doesn't look great. He got shocked for 40 damage.
I'm at I'm still relatively
can-
speaking. I'm okay. I just feel battered. Oh, but now I'm also in that. Oh, what did I say was my like zone thing?
I can cast Cure Wounds on you twice.
Sounds great. Let's do that.
Cast 2d8 plus 2.
I gotta tell you, Billy, when you did that on your very first turn, I was like, they're gonna catch on to this right away. This is good. This encounter is gonna be over in 3 rounds tops. And then everybody just started bringing out the biggest
16.
guns they had.
Yeah.
My first
did
move, I
that.
just walked. I didn't attack anybody. I just walked backwards.
Oh man,
I did that and I was
You did
like,
just
well,
walk
nobody else
backwards.
is doing this. I'm just gonna go kind of look around the room, and that's literally what I did. Is I looked at my statue, walked around the room, and was just like, well, okay.
Oh man,
And,
what a fun time for me to watch all of that happen.
16 points of HP to you, Vern.
I added it. Thank you.
Yep.
They coming down the stairs to join us. People with
I don't know. Or Pasbaran wants to stay with the shards because they are still inside the altar, and Flynn believes that he is best suited to guard them as well. It's up to Urzak to see if he wants to go down with you.
Unless somebody wants to trade places with me. I don't trust these fuckers.
Yeah, I don't trust them either.
That's
a little
true.
tempted.
Vern. I think we're fine. We're fine. Just come here. I'll give you a good touch. We'll be good.
Okay.
Bad touch.
Wanted to, if one of them came to the top of the stairs, I wanted to be like, they were changed into wormlings, like the 4 wormlings. This is Tef. This is.
This was
Tony,
Brackle.
you escaped this horrible fate. You made the best decision staying up here.
Okay, let's
Oh, oh
press
my
on.
God.
Herzog's actually a little sad. He's like, I want to be a dragon.
Yeah.
Aw.
Fuck, that was my chance.
I want to be a dragon.
So as you, we're almost at 9 here, but as you go towards this doorway, the closer you get to it, as it opened up, something was magically etched in the archway above, just like it was on the archway before the other door. And this one says, also in Draconic, all must bear the truth to circumvent failure.
No.
All must bear the truth to circumvent failure.
Okay. No. A wormling still exists for an hour, so
Yeah.
they come along with us. Well,
Yeah, they can come along with you. That's totally fine.
Who's actually damaged, by the way? Peoples. Vern was, Des was, Eric was, and
I got
maybe
scratched, but I'm okay.
Crowbar. I have a thing I can do once a day that will heal a little bit, but it can affect a lot of people. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, I mean, I'll take some.
we are near the end of the day anyway, so it could be a good opportunity.
All
Could always
right,
use
gather
more
around,
HP.
gather around. Wormlings
Just
and all.
me.
Gold
Gather around.
Hug.
10-foot radius. We're gonna have a
Wormlings
little.
are coming too.
Yeah, no. Teth would say, well, if you're hurt, it looks like a couple of us are somewhat hurt or a little bit hurt. I have something that I can use that will restore some of your vigor. Just you need to stand pretty close to me and just breathe in heavily. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna jump on
is good.
Teth's back again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby!
Hi-ho!
Yeah,
Give me
Teth's
that good smoke.
Teth's going to he's gonna grab down and he's gonna grab the ball that's at the end of his flail for the sensor, and then he's gonna start working it around almost like a Rubik's Cube. And then he's gonna move it a few times, and then he's gonna blow into it, and the command word that he's gonna say is flow. And then this, where's the description for it? A thin cloud of incense out to 10 feet for 1 minute basically starts the flow. So at the start of each of your turns, so this is set up for like a turn by turn thing, but it lasts for a minute and you gain 1d4 hit points for a round. So what is that? 10d4, and that's everybody within 10 feet of me. So everybody can heal at 10d4.
Nice.
So I can roll for everybody, or you can all roll your individuals.
Why don't you roll, Tef?
Yeah, roll.
And then everybody
Okay.
takes that number.
Yeah. Come here. 10d4. Not bad. Pretty
No, it's
good.
good.
26.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
So you all inhale fumes for a minute.
Hmm.
It's like, oh shit, I had it set to robot fumes, not people fumes.
We
Everybody
all start
passes out.
dying.
Yeah.
All right. Are you passing through the door as your final act of the night, or are you going to stay here?
Yeah, go through the door.
Do it.
Okay.
Son.
So you pass through the door, and we're down here now in this next chamber. And as Eric, who I don't know what your walking order would be, but we'll just say Eric is the last one. As he passes through the door, it's almost like the entire width of the wall comes back down behind you. So it's sealing you in, the door vertically closing behind you. It's a completely empty room, but right when the door closes, you can start to hear a very robotic sounding tick, like a clock ticking. And on the far wall, you see yet another mirror, but this one is in the shape of a circle. And it looks like this.
Ooh. Interesting.
And as it goes, as the ticking progresses, we'll skip to 1 minute in, as you get to what you think would be about 60 ticks. The top little segment of this mirror glows white. And that's where we will end the session for tonight.
Interesting. Okay.
Cool. Good session.
Fuck, there's a magnifying glass there.
I think we just have to wait for it all to get white and we'll be good to go. Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, it's a countdown timer for excellence.
There we go. All right,
Man.
and that's it. Great session.
Yeah.
That whole thing. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're gonna
Maybe-
nail this one for sure.
For sure.
Mhm.
Oh man. You know, I was thinking about it and I was like, you should have known better. Then I forgot that you weren't there for the relic session where we had like the huge puzzle. It was like
Oh my
fucking
god.
5 hours. And it was one of those things where it was, if I remember correctly, it was one of those things where it was like, yeah, you know, we were overthinking it, but it was still more complicated than like that, for example. But it was still,
Mhm.
it was just fucking same situation. It was like, holy boy, it was like
Right.
6 hours.
We also ate in the middle of that too.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a rough boy.
I'm hoping that this one won't be as long. I feel like this clue is you have a week to think about it. So you have
We need that time.
seven days to strategize what your characters are going to do.
Yep.
I mean, right now I'm thinking
yeah.
polymorph into bears, right? That's seems like the
Seems reasonable.
Already have me. You already got it. Why? I'm just gonna rewrite something new for next week now because it must have been too easy.
It was too easy. I got bears right away.
Bears and cheese. That's it.
Almost bear the truth to circumvent failure. Yeah, cool. Great session tonight.
Cool, guys. I will see you later.
Awesome. Have a good night, my friends.
There it is.
see ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.